I can hear you.
I can barely hear you. You're very low. Good evening, Pam.
I'm very low.
Why is it so quiet? Okay, I just now got an invite to it.
Oh, you're kidding.
I got it that way. Yep, there it is. Here we go. Okay. All right. Yep, that's live.
We're good.
All right. I don't know why it's
Sorry
so quiet. You
for
might have to
being
turn your
late,
microphone up,
people.
Lisa. Wait.
Really?
Don't do that. Say something now.
Hello?
There
Hello?
we go. We're good. It was me, not you, as always. Good evening, Pamela. How are you?
Very sorry, people, for being late.
Miss Brandy, hello. Thank you. Cat
Welcome,
K.
everybody.
There's Miss Holly.
Sorry it was late.
It's all good. We're here. That's all that matters. We're
It was
working.
Joe's fault.
It is my fault. The Dago always does it. It's always my fault.
No, I was just trying to organize things. We couldn't
We're
work
learning,
a few things out.
just as I had to learn. Everybody has learning experiences that we have to go through to get it right. That's all.
That's it. Can I
Welcome,
really
everybody.
give me 2 seconds? Can I leave you with Joe just for 2 seconds while I grab a drink?
Take your time,
Please.
your drink, because you're going to be doing all the talking this time, and I get to sit and listen and jump in when I want to. So yes, you need that fluid.
You can.
Keep your mouth from drying out.
Okay, guys, I'll be back in 2 secs.
No worries. So, everybody, how are we doing this evening? Good to see you guys. Please share this out. Let's get everybody in here that we can. Give Miss Lisa some support. This is a great story. I want to know if Paddy Moriarty was baked into a pie. Very interesting. You can just call me Cat if it's easier. I usually do shorten everybody's names because I'm lazy. If you haven't noticed, you see I call Jeej. I just say Jeej. I call you Cat. Brandy. Thought Criminal. I just call her Thought. Eerie. I call her Eerie Fairy. I call her Eerie. That's how I am. It's just I'm lazy. So plus it's a little more personal to me. It makes me feel like we're closer if I could say that. If I can shorten your name and give you a little nickname. That's just who I am. So yeah. But yeah, Miss Brandy, please share this out if you can. Holly, all you guys, share this out to YouTube. Get all the rest of our family in here. And who am I talking to here? Was this Cat? Am I still talking to you? Yeah, don't leave me unsupervised with anybody because this ain't my stream. I can do whatever I want. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But I've got a question for you guys. Me and Holly was talking.
But I can still hear you.
All right, guys, we got to talk about her quietly, okay? Shh. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Anyway, me and Holly were talking a little bit earlier. Miss Holly is going to be my PR person, guys. Okay, she's going to be in charge of my merchandising and all that other stuff. So, answer me honestly, because this is hilarious to me. How many of you guys would buy a little Dago plushie doll, a little stuffed plushie doll that looks like me? I'm waiting. Let's see what everybody says. We're talking about making t-shirts with my sayings on it and, jumping the sauce with me and all that kind of stuff like that. Just curious. And it was brought up about certain... God, I can't wait to get that bridge. That drives me nuts. Dago fanny pack. I don't know about all that, Jeej, but, something about my meatballs. That doesn't even sound right talking that way, but You know what I mean. Jump in the sauce with me.
Do
The little plushy dolls that they have that they can make for you, coffee cups, hats, all that kind of stuff. Holly's really good with that kind of stuff and very creative. So I thought, it was just something. We were actually talking about doing the one thing I was really serious about is making t-shirts with a number on it. And it says like a jersey to look like a jersey that says Team Dago. And then you get your name on the back of it. And green, white, and red, my colors, basically. I thought that would be kind of cool.
And I'm sorry that
She
you
always
saw
says
that,
she.
Cat. That is
Always.
my one bad vice.
You're muted,
Yes,
Lisa.
I smoke. Oh, yes, no.
You're still muted.
No, I'm not.
We can't hear you. I can't hear you. Did you? Yeah, now you're not. Did you turn your mic off on accident? Thank you, Brandy. I can't hear her. I'm the only one that can't hear her. How'd that happen? Oh, wait a minute. Why did that happen?
There you go.
All right, there we are.
What did you do to me?
I didn't do anything. I didn't touch anything. Anyway.
Sorry. I'm sorry you saw that, Cat. Yes, it is my one and only vice that I have. I don't drink. I don't do anything else. But yes, I do smoke occasionally.
I mean, we have to have something to deal with what we deal with. So here it is. The only thing I do, too. It is what it is, guys. I don't like to do it live.
They could hear me. It was you that couldn't hear me.
It was something in my system. That's what I said. I didn't do anything, but I don't know. Something here happened. So,
you did it. See,
I didn't. I'll take the blame for it because that's what I do. But, yeah, I just, I don't know what I did. But yeah, I do smoke, guys. I smoke too. I don't like. If you'll notice, a lot of times I'll be talking and I do this, and I'm still talking.
And that's why I do it.
Right. That's because I think it's rude to sit here.
Okay. Lisa smoked 3 packs. Cat. Lisa. Okay. I'm doing so well. Smoked 3 packs a day. Then everyone I know started vaping.
I can't vape. It hurts my lungs.
I can't vape either. I can sometimes.
I can't. I wish I could. I want to quit smoking so bad because I know I'm developing, if I already don't have emphysema and or COPD. I smoke. I have asthma. What is up, Strike First? Good to see you, brother. Welcome. Share it out, Strike. Get everybody in here.
I don't eat that much, guys, and not because I like to watch my weight or anything like that, because I have a major jaw problem, and I will eat maybe twice a week if I'm lucky, because it causes a lot of pain. So yep, smoking, and I did give it up for 2.5 years smoking, but sadly the not eating then went back to smoking, didn't I?
Yeah, it's hard to quit. If I can interrupt real quick, what are you talking about? You lost respect for racism of Charlie? What are we talking about, bro? Just so you know, Miss Lisa, Charlie is how I met and started with a lot of these people. He's somebody I supported for years, and a friend of mine, and he's actually live right now, I think. And I'm going to venture to say that Strike First is talking about something to do with him. But anyway, just let me know what you're talking about.
Who is Charlie?
Okay, when I told everybody I started in a drama hating on the LGBT. Oh, really? Charlie is? Okay. I started in a drama stream. Well, that drama stream started because I was a YouTube fan of a channel called Angry Grandpa, Angry Grandpa, or AGP. Okay. And that's most everybody that was in my platform started watching him, which is how we all met eventually. Okay. Charlie, angry grandpa, Charles Green, he passed away in 2017. The channel was started and ran by his son Michael. And there was Michael, Charlie is his brother, Jennifer, Kimberly are his two sisters, and then there was his mother. So um, Charlie always got a bad rap and got, you know, like shit on by the whole family, so on and so forth. Well, I always took Charlie's side on everything because I thought he got shit on a lot, and I didn't like that. And so that's how I ended up in the drama stream, because the bully that I went after was always bullying Charlie and messing with him and so on and so forth.
Yep.
So that's how I got involved with him. I became a moderator, a pretty close friend of his, in my opinion, and a very huge supporter of his. But now they're saying that he's live now. I watched the beginning of it, but now they're saying he's hating on the LGBTQ. So is he? He's talking against gay or lesbian, or what's going on? Like, I mean, this is not the place to talk about it, truthfully, because it's Lisa's stream. But I'm just curious because does not sound like him. Good golly, Miss Molly's in the house. Good, welcome to see you.
Hello, Molly.
He got mad at me because I deleted the
Miss
comment.
Brandy.
Oh, all right.
The lovely people are back.
Gotcha. We'll talk about it later on, Strike. We can talk about it DMs or something like that, but that's a little crazy. No, you didn't miss anything, Molly. We're here. There's Holly. Yeah, we'll talk about
Hello, Holly.
I'll have to have a talk with him too, because that ain't Charlie's normal. That's weird. No, we're just starting, Molly. Don't worry about it, hon.
So can I ask before we start, did any of you lovely people try doing that in the mirror yet? Just out of curiosity.
I've done it before, and I haven't had time today to do it, but I know the rest of them. Let you know. Thank you, Strike First, for subscribing to Miss Lisa. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
What's up, Holly? Guys, share this out. Get the rest of the family in here if they're not busy. Let them know that. Tell them to come on over and hang out with me and Miss Lisa. Let's get this.
Thank
rolling.
you, Strike Force.
Hi,
Cece. How are you, lovely?
The sweetest lady on the internet. Good to see you. How many people do we have in here right now, Miss Lisa? It should be up in the left-hand corner of your screen.
Do tell.
Right up here where you're live, where it says live and it gives the amount of time we've been in here. It should be around in there somewhere.
And it has an I and it says 7. No, that can't be right.
What, 7 people?
Yeah, that can't be right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, okay.
There might be a couple more than that. It's not always accurate, but it's just close. I just wanted to see.
It doesn't bother me.
No, I mean, it's good. Actually. It's good. It'll grow as we grow it. That's fine. We're just starting off, getting you rolling with everything, and we are here.
I'm not here for fame.
That's right.
I'm here for victims, and I'm here for the people that like to watch and to help in any way I can. And I get help from you guys as well.
We need Miss Heather in here too.
All of you lovely people in chat I'm talking about as well. You help me a great deal.
One second.
So, no, you're right.
No, you go ahead and talk. I'm doing something else. I'm trying to get the other moderator, Miss Heather, in here. Did you moderate? Did you already add me as a moderator, Lisa?
Yes, I'd done it when I started my channel.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
now I've got to learn how to mod
Mm-hmm.
other people.
You're not going to be able to do it through StreamYard.
Don't.
You're going to have to do it. I always have to go into my
Oh,
phone.
no.
You have to add through YouTube itself.
Okay. Give me 2 secs and I can do that.
Yes,
So do I do it in YouTube Studio, I take it, right?
Yeah, you should be able to. There, you click on the person and then you just add moderator or whatever, however you want to do it. Yes.
Oh, now you completely lost me.
Like on my phone, if you go into your stream on the phone, okay, for say.
No, you have no idea. I dropped my phone. We won't discuss my phone, okay?
All right, we're not going to talk about your phone.
We're not going to talk about my phone. We just won't talk about my phone, okay?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You don't have a phone as far as I know, so we're not talking about it.
I do have a phone. I just...
we're not going to talk about
report, move. Oh, add as moderator. Okay, I've got it.
I just want Heather to respond to me so I can tell her to come on in here.
Kat, I just added you as a moderator, love. I hope you don't mind. And Holly.
What did I tell you about apologizing to me, Miss Cece? You don't owe me apologies for nothing ever. Never. Yes, rally the troops.
Okay, Kat, can you type something, love? You should be a mod now, if you don't mind. If you do mind, I can take it off you. If you don't want to be one, that is.
Where are you at, Heather?
And Holly, do you mind if I make you a mod too, love?
What? No, dude, I put a ton of ketchup on that plate. You better eat everything on it now.
Thank you for sharing, Brandy. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. I'm watching 2 chats here so I can mod. Sorry, guys.
I'll work. Don't worry, Kat. I can walk you through it and you'll be okay. Excuse me for a moment, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything special, Kat.
I doubt if we're going to have any kind of trolls in here. So we'll be fine at this point.
And there'll be other people that are modded that know what to do anyway.
Yeah. Brandy, Heather, all of them, they're really good too. Cece, she's a mod. Everybody, we'll work through it and get everybody worked out.
Yes,
I'll be right back in one moment.
Now, Miss Brandy. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. If I mess up, please let me know. Kat, there's no such thing as messing up, love. Not in my books. You're learning just like me. I don't class anybody as messing up. I am good, thank you, Cece. Thank you for asking. How are you, love? Okay. Now, this Oh, God, I didn't realise my camera was still off. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry. That's good to know that you are good, Cece. It's nice to see you. And those who were with us this morning, that little exercise, like I said, please try it. And we will catch up next time and see how you went. But please, you're thanking me for your trust. I trust every one of you in here because of the amount of support that every one of you have given me has made a huge difference and has made me want to do this channel. So I thank you for the trust you had in me. So it goes both ways, guys. So I appreciate everything you've done for me and continue to do, I might add. And for your feedback and understanding. And I do sincerely think the world of each and every one of you. And if you're wondering why I keep turning my head, because I'm watching two chats here, I'll get myself confused. So, this case, Mr. Paddy, whose name is Patrick, by the way, and he was 70 years old, Mr. Patrick Moriarty, Paddy, and he lived in a small town in the Northern Territory. The town was that small that with him, there was 11 people in the town when he went missing. When he went missing, that left 10 people in there. So, the town, like I said, is really small, and I'm just going to find what I did and show you a map of it. So you get an idea. Okay. So this is the town. It's very rural. Like I said, there is no service station, petrol station, fuel station in this town. No supermarkets. Still now too, I might add. He went missing in 2017. And as you can see, this is the whole town. And this here is the main highway that goes up to the top end of Australia to Darwin. So all that's in this town really is the local hotel pub that also doubles as a, believe it or not, motel, caravan park, post office, and pub. Sells meals. And then there's this lady who has a pie shop that I think, by the looks of it, it's actually run out of her house, to be honest. So, and I will show you a photo of that, of her pie shop. Give me a sec, sorry guys.
It is a small town, very small.
It is very small and it's very rural. And the nearest fuel station to get petrol from is 158 kilometres, which is 98 miles away.
Good Lord. That's
from
yeah.
Yes. So you want to make sure you got enough fuel to get back there.
Yeah,
to
right.
as well as any goods. I might add if you need food and stuff other than pies, because you don't know what might be in the pies.
Not anymore. Kind of
Okay.
pie is that? That is a Charlie finger pie. How about you like to try it? Or that's a daily toe pie. You want to try that one? No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh no, I couldn't eat these pies because I was fascinated in reading the I've got to make this bigger. I was fascinated in oh no, not that way. No. In reading the pies that she had, and she has camel pies, buffalo pies, crocodile pies. What was the other ones?
Camel.
I was camel. I'm
Mm,
amazed that there was no kangaroo pies.
me too. Or a koala.
It's a bit I can't eat that kind of stuff. I'm sorry,
I've talked to David about that. And he said that I think he has eaten kangaroo. I don't think people eat koalas because it's kind of,
they're protected.
yeah, that's the biggest thing. So
Yeah, koalas are protected.
I like that comment, Jeej. That sounds like really no tell motel, right? I agree with you. Chocolate. At least you know what you're getting.
No. Clear up for me.
Espresso coffee, fresh.
Yeah, hang on. I'll do it this way. I'll see the sign I want to show you is not in this one. It's in the other one I just dropped down, actually, I think. Oh, where did
Okay.
yeah, they're there. Hang on.
Sweet tater.
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
it's in this one. Okay,
Yeah,
so
sweet potato is one of my favorites. I love it.
see, now these are the pies.
Lamb, I've had. Now, see, lamb is something that happens in the Middle East a lot. They put that in a lot of pies. I think it's pork pies. Isn't that a
Pig.
well, yeah, no, I knew that, but isn't it like a Muslim thing?
No, yes.
Or do Muslims not
Yes,
eat?
it can be, but yeah, a lot of Aussies eat pork and pork pies. Not me. I'm just not that. I was a vegetarian for many, many years, so I eat very little meat now.
I love meat. I just can't not have it. My wife actually, I was telling some of you guys, I think the one stream I had, she made homemade pot pies. We call them here pot pies, and they have either chicken or beef is the way she made them, and they were amazing. And I'm not a fan of what we call pot pies typically, and all it is it's a pie, and it has a mixture, almost like a chicken a la king. You know what that is, Lisa? Chicken a la king?
No.
Okay, it's like a stew. Okay, it's got like
yep.
Okay, and it's peas and carrots, potatoes sometimes, and either chicken or beef, and you make like a stew with it, and then you put that in the pie, and you put the top on it, bake it, and that's a chicken or a beef pot pie, we call them here.
Okay.
And they sell them in the stores, like little mini versions of them, or even I think it is what Marie Callender makes her own version of it. It is. That's it right there, Cat. Stew in a pie crust. That's the best way to put it.
See, Cat is on the right wavelength as me. Nope, I don't want to taste her pies. Don't blame you.
Right.
I'm just staggered about the whole camel thing. I'm sorry. I want to know where she's getting the camels from.
Yeah, right. I mean, here I've eaten many a things because I like exotic foods. I've had alligator, I've had snake, I've had two different kinds of snakes, rattlesnake. I've eaten black snake before. That's not that great, but rattlesnake is amazing. I've had swordfish, shark, any seafood pretty much that is edible. I've tried it. I've had beaver, which is, and we're not going to go into any jokes with that, guys. So,
No, leaving that alone.
I've had possum, disgusting, and I've tried raccoon, disgusting. You name it, I've probably tried it at least once because I like to try exotic foods, especially meats. Never have I ever in my 48 years heard of anybody eating a damn camel. I'm sorry. I know that you can get water from them, but not a damn, no, sorry. That's, to me, that's like eating a horse.
Well, see, now getting onto horse, I'm amazed it's actually not listed on there.
Well, that's pet food over here.
Because, well, it is here too in Victoria. However, in South Australia, where I was born, horse meat is legal there for human consumption, and it is sold in supermarkets. I can't eat. I could never eat a horse. I'm sorry. I ride them. I love them. I could never.
Yeah,
no.
They're no. You can't eat a horse. It just doesn't. No.
But yes, and as you can see, the crocodile's not listed on here, but apparently, yes, she has made crocodile.
I love gator. I've had gator multiple times. I love it.
Okay, each to their own. And by the way, to not confuse anybody, that lady that sells the pies is not part of the hotel. She runs a tea house.
Okay.
Where she sells the pies and that. The hotel actually started selling pies, which started a whole pie war. And Paddy was involved in this whole war. So this is how this is all started, right?
Right.
So Paddy, who's 70 years old, as I said, and his dog, which was a kelpie named Kellie, and he had a dog prior to that he had to have put down, unfortunately. Anyway, he would get on his four-wheeler and go to the pub every day, which is called the Pink Panther, I might add, because the pub is painted pink and it has a pink panther out the front of it.
All right.
The guy that owns the pub actually has alligators in the backyard as pets.
Okay.
And exotic birds and whatnot. Anyway, Paddy would go there every day and have 8 cans of 4X beer, which is a light beer, every day, and go home before dusk, back on his four-wheeler with his dog. So on the Saturday he was last seen, actually, I'll give you a bit of backstory about him first.
Okay.
So Paddy...
real quick before you go, Lisa, Gigi had asked if you have a Cash App or a PayPal or anything that you wanted to post up.
I have a PayPal that's running in under the banner here. That's PayPal at Crime Under Investigation.
Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay. No Cash App, though. Okay.
No, we don't have Cash Apps here in Australia.
Ah, that's right.
Guys.
Okay. Well, here we go. If anybody wants to do this, if you don't have PayPal and you would like to donate to Miss Lisa, you're more than welcome to send it to my Cash App or to my PayPal, and I will send it to my Cash App, and I will send that via to Lisa's PayPal so she can get that, guys. Just so you know, that is an option. If anybody wants to do that, let me know, and I will have Brandy or somebody put my link in the chat for you to do that with, guys.
It looks like a typo in my PayPal. Why? I've been trying to work that out because...
Okay, Gigi, if you want to send something Cash App, you can send it to mine, and then I'll send it to via Cash App, I'll send that to Lisa's PayPal for you. That way you can send her something if you'd like to.
Hang on. Give me 2 secs.
We'll make it work one way or another, guys. It's reading crimes under investigation. Oh, the word investigation is not spelled out correctly.
Oh.
It's investigan. Crimes under investigan. It's
Oh, okay. Yes, that would make sense. Wait a minute.
You're missing the TIO.
Yeah, that might have been me, not them.
Yeah, just type it in. If you do that, Jeej, all right, Brandy, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Yeah, just go ahead and put that in the chat for anybody that does not have PayPal and you want to send Miss Lisa something. Send it to my Cash App, and then I'll make sure I send it directly from that to her PayPal. We'll make it work. That's what family's all about, guys.
The game is shit.
Yeah, that's what it shows up. It says at crimes, CRIMES under.
It's fixed now.
And then it says INVESTIGA. Oh, is it showing on there now?
It is. Oh, wait, no, it went back to crimes under invest again. No, wait,
Yeah,
now it says on the end, it says investigation. Okay. That's Hotmail. Is that how PayPal's supposed to show it up?
No, there's an email that shows up. But yeah, it even says that that's the link that I've got. It actually doesn't say investigation. It says crimes under INVESTIGA.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm getting ready to transfer something to it right now. So we shall see if it works.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute before you transfer. Give me 2 secs.
No problem. No problem.
I think I added
no problem.
Well,
just to let you know.
Yeah, I did. No, that's me. Wait a minute. I can fix this.
Welcome, Life Love, True Lies. Thank you so much. Or True Crime. True Lies. Welcome. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Much appreciated. Miss Lisa appreciates it as well.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, guys, that I'm
don't apologize.
Will one day be organized.
You're learning. It takes time.
I will get there and be organized.
Yes, you will.
Sooner or later.
You'll be able to do this in your sleep. Don't worry about it. You're learning. You're new with it. It's fine. I'll be right back, everybody. Carry on as you are.
Oh, there it is there. Okay. So if I just copy that, that makes sense. Go back to here. I am so sorry, everyone. Okay, so right. Save that. Now I'll try this again. So that is, go back here. Catherine, night lady from Australia that cooked her husband and fed him to her kids, his kids. Yeah, I did hear about that. I do vaguely remember that cat, actually. Oh, I'm sorry, life, love, and you haven't missed much, love. Haven't missed much at all. We were just admiring this small little town here that I swear to God I will never stop at, and I'll just keep driving. So yes, getting back to Paddy and his dog. So yes, he's was there on the Saturday the 16th. Now Paddy or Patrick, he come over from Ireland apparently when he was a teenager. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to say, Holly. I copied that straight off of my PayPal. It actually doesn't say the full word. So, yeah, so Paddy came over from Ireland as a teenager apparently and worked as a ringer on cattle yards, ringing sheep and cattle and everything, and ended up at Larrimah, which is this nice little town. Like I said, there was a whole of 11 people that included him at the time he went missing. Once he went missing, there were 10 people living in this area or town. Like I said, there's no shops, nowhere to get fuel. The closest place to get fuel, like I said, was 158 kilometres away, which is 98 miles. And that place is called Catherine. And Darwin was 430 kilometres away, which is the capital of the Northern Territory. But this highway here, a lot of people go missing off of this highway, the Stuart Highway. And a lot of Aboriginals sadly get run over on that highway, and the truck drivers just keep going too. So they tried to trace any next of kin to Paddy. They couldn't trace any next of kin, his parents or anything else. So not much is known about him really, other than when he moved to this town. So him and his dog left on Saturday the 16th in the evening, just on dusk, on his four-wheeler. Now, he had chicken with him, and he made it home because his four-wheeler was there. The chicken was there. The dog food was put in the bowl for his dog, Kellie. And he had a meal, I think, ready for himself. But he was nowhere to be seen. And it was the fact that he didn't show up at church on Sunday that people started going, oh, there's something wrong. So they went around to check on him thinking that something must be wrong. And like they said, it just looked like he popped out. But needless to say, it took him 3 days before anybody reported him missing. Now, you imagine a small town. So the police are going to come from either Catherine or Darwin. So they got there. Now, this right up here, we'll go through this because it's probably the best one that I've found. Now, the whole pie thing, by the way, because of the pie wars, thank you, Cece, that's very kind of you. the pie wars that went on. So somebody started a rumor because him and Fran, the lady that owned that pie place, tea place, he would throw dead kangaroos on her lawns, and she would constantly say, I wish he would die or I'm going to kill him, which is actually quite a lot of Aussies do say that when they're angry, not meaning it. It's just to say, no, I'm going to kill him type thing. But the people took it seriously. But she had hired a gardener. Now, nobody knows much about this gardener, I might add, probably 6 to 8 months beforehand. So the whole rumor about the whole she killed him and put him in her pies and whatnot, the thought had crossed my mind. You could just imagine when that rumor went around, the amount of people that had gone there and had pies, when they heard that rumor, I wonder how many of them sat there and went, oh God, the pie tasted funny. Oh my God, there were chunks that you could just imagine, because it's auto-suggestion, it starts people thinking. I would hate to be thinking that.
We don't want
But
no people pies.
I don't want the part that has the tongue in it, because I don't want the pie tasting me while I'm tasting it, right? I'm out. Sorry, I'm
Yep.
out then.
No patty pie. I do not want
No
my
patty.
pie tasting me. That's right.
Don't want my pie tasting me, nor do I want my pie looking at me.
That
Sorry.
would be, or smelling
No.
you either.
It's just getting worse.
And worse and worse. And I am telling you one big thing that I definitely don't want to find in my pie.
Yeah, no.
That would be a whole bad thing. But
No.
thank you. By the way, thank you, Jeej, for donating to Miss Lisa. I have a donation, Miss Lisa. I'm transferring over to you as of right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was care of Jeej H. Thank you so much for that, Jeej.
Thank you, sweetheart. That was lovely of you.
Let me add you, Miss Lisa, real quick. Keep on talking. Don't mind me. I talk when I do
So
things.
the funny part is his dog's missing too with him and has never been found. So if you know the outback, there's sinkholes and that in this area. Now, if Paddy had gone for a walk and got injured or fell into a sinkhole or something like that, then what happened to his dog? Because they would have found his dog. His dog would have wandered back.
Yeah.
But there's been no sighting of him or his dog. So, and it's very hot. The Northern Territory is a very hot place. It's very desert-like. So you don't survive long in the heat, and then it drops really cool of a night, I might add. And he was in shorts and a singlet, I believe. So he wouldn't have survived long if he did wander. But it's still the whole dog thing that they've never found. Now, because of the age of him and because of the age of the people in at the time, and like as I've said, it takes 7 years before anybody missing is actually declared dead. So because of the age of them, the coroner did have an inquest but left it open. And the whole thing about Fran and her pies come up in that they reckon that she killed him and chopped him up and put him in her pies. Anyway, the police did go and check all her machinery and everything. They did test it all forensically, and found nothing to support that evidence at all. And of course, they interviewed everybody in town, the whole 10 people, several times. Nobody seen nothing. Nobody knew anything. So it really turns out to be that they believe that the gardener that Fran, the pie lady, had hired Larry is the guy that did something to Patrick Paddy. So he didn't end up into a pie, thank God.
Thank Lord.
Yes, so this is Paddy here, and that's at the Pink Panther Hotel, if you can see that.
He definitely looks like an Aussie.
Oh yeah, but he come from Ireland.
Right,
He
right.
moved, yeah.
He just has that Aussie look though. It's weird.
But they said he sounded very much. He had no Irish accent or anything. That he
Wow.
sounded Aussie, and he had the typical Aussie bloke character, and he was a joker.
Yeah, he looks like a bloke for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
I know all these terms, you guys, because of David being a good friend of mine. A lot of you guys know who David is. I've learned this over time. He's educated me, I should say.
I'm gonna sneak because unless I took it down, give me 2 secs. I'm hoping I didn't take it down, but I can find it again. No, I have to find it again. Are you still there? Or have you just gone quiet on me? Joe's gone quiet on me, everybody. Did you go? You went quiet on me. Can you just
Oh, I'm sorry.
entertain? Can you just entertain just for a sec?
Oh, I can. Oh, I can.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I found it.
Has anybody ever heard of a raspberry Jaffa cake or a Jaffa cake at all? See this?
Okay.
And then if you open it up, there's raspberry filling inside. Oh my God, they're so good. That's in there?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
This is the guy that owns or did own the Pink Panther Hotel, post office, caravan park, hotel. It
Gotcha.
doubled as quite a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, he ended up with cancer
Oh, damn
and
it.
sold the hotel and has passed on since. But I just want you to hear how this guy talks, because he does go out and show you. I think it's this. I'll show you this bit, but then I'll show you his pet crocodile, okay?
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's try this and see if this works.
These can be bought at Aldi's, any grocery store, Giant Eagle, whatever. Pepperidge Farms makes them. Aldi's makes their own brand, but they're very good. Anyway, sorry, Lisa.
No, you're right. Let's hope this works. I hope you guys can hear this. Can you hear it?
No.
No, hang on.
What the?
Oh. Have you got a TV going in the back there, Joe?
Actually, my wife did. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can we hear that? No.
Did you click the little box when you go to share or present it? There's a little box that says audio. You have to click that too. It's in the left-hand corner.
Hang on. Let me try that again.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
It happens.
Audio. Screen share. Yeah. Did that. Okay. So. Oh, share system audio. Okay.
No worries, and good to see you, Breezy. Welcome.
Okay. God, sorry, guys. Again, I will get the hang of this eventually.
We're learning.
Oh no, where am I going? Okay, so now we'll try. Let me know if you can hear it.
When I first came into the pub, it was the big
Yep,
pan,
there it is.
Oh,
but it wasn't being exploited in any way. So that's when I come up with the idea of painting the building pink and calling it the Pink Panther Hotel, Pink Panther Pub, and it needed to be done because we're situated a little bit off the highway, and at 100 kilometres an hour, you don't see the pub sometimes. So we're painted pink, it stares you fair in the face. Well, he used to always have 8 beers, but sometimes he'd have another couple. And I think this day he'd had another couple. And that was it. I thought, oh, well, we'll see him tomorrow. But he never showed up here the next day.
We're treating his disappearance as suspicious. It's completely out of character for Paddy. He's set in his ways. He has a strict routine where he attends the pub, has 8 beers a day, and comes home before dark. Based on that and our comprehensive search efforts, we're treating it as suspicious.
Paddy's a good bloke, decent Aussie fella. Come over here from Ireland, as we all know now. Excuse me, cigarette smoke. Mate, he loved this country. He loved this area. He was happy as a pig in shit here. He had everything he ever wanted. He was a man, like, the only thing he wanted apart from what he had was one of them Rolex watches. That's it. And that's all Paddy ever aspired to, apart from what he had. He's a good worker, good, decent, honest bloke. Bit of a shit stirrer, but isn't the average Aussie.
Do you remember that day in particular? And do you remember what his demeanour was like on the day?
I do remember that day. I can't tell you exactly what day it was. I thought it was Friday. Coppers have told us it's Saturday. So, okay, that's fair enough. It's pretty much like a time warp for you. Every day's the same. But, mate, it was just the same. Happy, content. He was.
You got to love the fact that he says, I remember that day really well, and then continues to say, I thought it was Friday, but it was Saturday. Now I'm concerned whether he really did remember that day. But I'll play a little bit more if you like, if you want to hear a little bit more of it. Yeah, I reckon too. You leave that town with a major hangover. That's what I reckon. I think it's the only thing you can do there. I'd either drink or eat pies. But I'll play a little bit more for you because there is some characters in this, I got to admit.
Just going to turn up the next day and get the lawnmower, and that's it. Simple as that. So, yeah. Like, you know, he had his second last beer and said, as he always done, well, I think I'll have my last supper this time, Richard, which is his last beer, and I think I'm done for this evening. So, got on his motorbike with his dog, mate, and floated off home.
Do you think he was heavily intoxicated?
I wouldn't say heavily. No way. No. Slight wobbly boot on, but then again, what is it? 2:30 in the afternoon, and I've got a slight wobbly boot on, so that's not unusual for up here. So, but yeah, no, we keep our shit tight. We always do.
Who was the last person to see him before he went missing through your inquiries?
Our investigations established there was a tourist that was passing through. They had contact with Paddy and actually gave Paddy's dog Kellie a chicken, a cooked chook, and just to give it to the dog for dinner. And that was when Paddy was leaving just about dusk on the 16th of December 2017. We located that chicken wrapper actually in the premises of Paddy's.
He left the house, and there was still things in the house that, like his glasses were on the table. There was a couple of dishes where he'd been eating still on the table, and just by that, I see his hat was over on another bench. He obviously hadn't gone to go somewhere. He would have taken those items.
Do you think he's still alive?
No, I'm sure he's not. Just to keep an eye on their eyes.
The physical evidence at the scene is completely undisturbed. So the assessment is he's voluntarily left his residence. The bed was made, he had food on the table, he had dog food for his dog Kellie, he had a calendar that he crossed off each day, and the last date it was crossed off was the 15th. And he had a water gauge that he checks in the morning that wasn't checked, and based on that, we're treating as worst case scenario.
Where did Paddy come from? Many, many years ago.
He came from Ireland.
That's right. And there were some pretty wild men in Ireland back in them days. You the story is, it stopped me beat, to tell you the truth. And knowing Paddy for that amount of time and never seeing him aggressive with anyone, it's just a mystery to me. You know?
Hey, are you Billy? Hey, Billy, I'm Anna. We're filming a story about Paddy Moriarty's disappearance. Are you able to have a chat with us?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Thank you. So, what do you think happened to him?
Well, something like that's good. For sure. Well, at first, if he was going somewhere, would have taken his car, wouldn't he? His hat. He never went out without his hat.
The key to this is the dog. You know, like,
Why
where's
is that?
the dog? Because the dog hasn't come back. You know, find Paddy or find the dog. You'd probably find Paddy, we think.
This is fine, Lisa.
This is only a new dog. You had to put the other dog down.
God, you frightened the
What's
life out of me then.
significance that Kellie is also gone?
The significance of Kellie
Sorry.
is we've also found no signs of life for Kellie. If Paddy had met with Misadventure, had gone for a walk, we would be able to find a sign of him or his dog Kellie.
Where is that little bitch? So we really need to find her as well.
It's just too strange. There's 10 people live in this town. 10 people live in this town. To my way of thinking, one of them's a murderer.
They sound really quick, don't they?
Yeah, very much. So this is considered a cold case still then?
Northern
It
Territory
is.
Police are concerned for a 70-year-old man who was last seen at an outback pub more than a week ago.
Unfortunately, with the banks, the hospitals, the national databases, we've got no signs of life.
The last confirmed sighting of Paddy Moriarty was at the Larrimah Hotel. Anyone with information should contact police.
First tonight, Northern Territory detectives say a red kelpie is the critical clue that could solve the disappearance of Larrimah man Paddy Moriarty.
Police hold grave fears for his safety and today ramped up their search 500 kilometres south of Darwin.
Larrimah, you need to see it to believe it. And it's not until you get there that you really get a full appreciation. It's a tiny outback town, small number of residents, and essentially no technology. People keep to themselves, and it's situated right on the Stuart Highway, in the middle of nowhere. You can't even pull up and get fuel for your car there. There's no police in Larrimah.
He didn't show up, so I said I better go and check on him. I went to his house and I called out and had a walk around, calling out his name. "You there, Paddy?" But he wasn't. So I didn't think a lot about it at the time. Left it another day and then come up and said I better go and see if he's there. I went through every room and called out his name, and he definitely wasn't there, of course. So I didn't ring the police until the next day.
It was 72 hours past before it was reported to police. Paddy doesn't have a computer. He's only got a landline and an answering machine. He's one of the few people that didn't have a smartphone. There's no mobile phone reception in Larrimah, and he lives on his own. So there's nobody to corroborate his movements.
Time is a funny thing in Larrimah. A lot of the days are the same for us.
I went up there to get some mail. He said to me, "Oh, how you going, Cookie?" I said, "Oh, not bad, Paddy." And just went in and got me mail, and I walked out and I said, "I'll catch you later." And that was the last I seen of him.
So there's about 130 points of interest within the search area. There's some thick grass to get through as well, and the temperatures are extremely hot, 40 plus degrees each day.
The dump is a focal point in the community. They don't have bins that get emptied regularly. People go down to the dump and dump their rubbish. They use incinerators at Larrimah, so they burn their stuff and they'll dump it. And unfortunately, we didn't locate anything of interest to the investigation.
Is it still a possibility that there could be a sinkhole not visible from above that could have been a place where Mr. Moriarty and his dog have become trapped? What do you know about that?
Possible, but unlikely. Anything is possible. Nothing's absolute.
This is the old track that used to go to Western Creek Station.
How long has this been, Lisa?
Pretty ordinary country. It's dry Kadotcha country. It's a lot.
Sorry?
How long has this been since this happened?
2017. He went missing in December the 16th. And they had a coroner's inquest, like I said, and left it open. And then 2021, it was ruled a foul play. It was ruled a homicide. And they didn't say who. Oh, Larry was, which was the gardener of Fran, was ruled as a person of interest.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't say who the other people were.
So they have more than one suspect in this.
Yes.
Okay.
However, the main one is that Larry.
Well, we're gonna. Do we have anything more on Larry to look at, or?
I think Larry is brought up in this. I'll just go through it.
Is he Aborigine or just Aussie?
No, he's. Look, I'll tell you how strange it is. You know how I said there's 10, or as you heard them say, there's 10 people in the town, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, this gardener of Fran's started he moved there to be her gardener 8 months prior, 6 to 8 months prior.
Mm-hmm.
And yet nobody in that town knew him or could describe what he looked like. They didn't know much about him at all, which is really strange for a town that had 10 people in it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
And one of the guys in this actually does say that he's seen him once, but he saw him from the waist down.
Okay.
So it's just weird that nobody knew this guy, and she's very Fran, the pie lady, is very protective of this Larry. His name is very protective of him too.
Oh, okay.
It's just really odd, and thinking about that, which is also in this, he's the only one that wouldn't speak to the coroner or to the police, if I remember
Okay.
correctly. Yeah.
That's kind of a telltale sign right there by itself.
Yeah,
Huh. Okay.
it is. But like I said, they went right over her property and never found any evidence of
Well,
forensically. There
you
was
know,
no evidence there.
did that in that. And here's the thing: in Australia, it's very much like what we see here in the picture, especially where they're at. It seems like
Mm-hmm.
it would be very easy to do something outdoors and cover it up very, very easily, in my opinion. So,
Oh, yes, especially along this third highway that
right.
runs, which is that only highway there. I might
Okay.
add, like I
There
said,
are,
there's been, the highway of tears over there.
yeah.
This highway is very similar. So
Okay.
many people go missing from there
Gotcha.
and never heard of again.
Okay. I mean, this kind of. I mean, is this part of what they call the outback? This area here.
Yeah, this is outback Northern Territory, and
Okay.
which is you're talking about Perth, right? Your friend
Ye-
Dave that lives in Perth.
Yeah.
Well, where Perth is, this is up further. So his mines and that he talks about actually go into the Northern Territory.
Right. Okay. Christine Rose, good to see you, darling.
Hello, Christine.
Good to have you.
Welcome,
So,
sweetheart.
my question is being that this is outback territory, it's very possible that wildlife could have gotten to him, or he could have been given to wildlife, if you know what I'm saying, correct?
Oh yes, look, if something happened to him out, like if he wandered off and died out there, he would
Right.
be eaten by wild boars.
Immediately.
Yep,
Yes.
dingoes. There'd be
Mm-hmm.
nothing left of him very quickly.
Right.
If somebody murdered him, which they believe he did, because the dog's missing too, the same thing would have happened. They would use the wildlife, the
Yeah.
crocodiles and everything they
Yeah.
would just get rid of him very quickly. So
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
guys,
then-
hit that like button, please. Thank you.
But in saying that too, like they say in this, as it goes along, they never found any clothing either of his.
Okay, well, are there any water sources close to this? Large water sources?
Well, that I'm not sure of. I don't think so, because this is inland
Okay,
and
gotcha.
it's very desert-like. So
Gotcha.
I'm going to say not a large body of water. And as you
Mhm.
saw the air footage that they were showing,
Yeah,
even on the map, I couldn't see a large body
right.
of
I didn't.
water either.
I
No,
didn't see anything. That's fine. What's up, Life, Love, and True Crime? You said done. What's that mean? And great to see you, Christine. I'm glad you jumped in here with us. All right, it is a very interesting story so far. I definitely want to see the rest of it. I didn't mean to interrupt it, guys. I just had a couple questions I wanted to throw out there myself, real quick. But yeah, this is a good one, Lisa. I'd like definitely interested in this one. Looks very barren. It does. And
it's
again,
a very isolated town, like I said.
yes,
And you think of him, anybody living out there would have to be on a pension or something, right? Because
Yeah.
there's only, like I said, Fran's Pie Place and the hotel if you
Right,
wanted to
right.
work, right? Or probably cattle stations out further, but you would actually live on the cattle stations, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But in saying that, you're living on a budget on the pension there, and yet the nearest petrol station is 158 kilometres, 98 miles away.
Yes.
And your grocery shops and all that are in the same place too.
Yep, it's all there.
And trust me, if you break down on that Stuart Highway, very, very few people will stop and help you.
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure.
They will
So,
just drive
yeah.
past you.
Got you. What's up, Izzy? Good to see you. Thanks so much for jumping in.
Oh, easy.
All right, well, let's go ahead with the rest of the story and get some more info. But again, sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to ask those couple questions. That's all.
No, you're good.
Yeah, this is a great story so far.
Please ask questions.
Absolutely.
Sinkholes through here, and Aborigines don't really like the country that much. It's a spirit country.
Well, my name Jimmy Wayville. Yes, I'm a traditional owner for Larrimah. Darwin is on the countryside. He was talking the wrong way around. That country been sort of kill him, make him get away out of his mind. And that's why he passed away. And sort of punish him, kill him, do something on him. And yeah, it's a lot of story from Dreamtime. Anything can happen. We don't know.
I've seen through our search there's certain areas prone to sinkholes more than others, and I would suggest that Paddy wouldn't be walking through those areas if he knew about them.
It is unique, just the way he's disappeared. He's gone home. He's obviously gone home. He's been home. The dog's been there with him. It's got all that evidence is there, you know, and he's just walked out the door. That's the last we know of Paddy. It's not the usual case.
Brother, we're coming into town. Hey, we're coming in for a beer. Good boy. Hey.
Well, he's an Irishman. He looked more like an Italian. He had a large moustache, like, you know, you'd see on a spaghetti advertisement or something, you know.
Oh, sure it's grand. Hey. Ravi, you big boy.
Yeah, I'm Paddy, yeah, from Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, came out in 66 on the Fair Star.
So you live in Larrimah?
Yep.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I've been here 8 years. I used to live at Daly Waters. I had a base there as well. Yeah. And I was there for another 8 years, and I thought I'd come up here.
How important for your daily life living here was his friendship and his companionship?
Oh, enormous. We used to help each other in all sorts of ways, you know. Yeah, good man.
Paddy's a typical outback Territorian, a unique character and someone you'd never forget if you met him, especially with his dog. He was somewhat of an attraction to Larrimah.
Bottoms up.
He was part of the hotel, like he was the greeter, if you like.
He was the concierge.
Yeah, the concierge. G'day, folks, he'd say, and where are you from? And then he might tell one or two of his little stories for me.
Good day for an ILA. Bloody hell.
Things get pretty lively here at times, eh?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
As remote outback bars go, it doesn't get much remoter. The nearest neighbours are over 150 miles away. Out here, nobody can hear you scream.
Hey, g'day. How you doing?
Hey.
There you go.
Hello, fellas.
Hello. How you doing?
Welcome to Larrimah.
Well, thank you very much. The Larrimah is like nowhere else I think I've ever been. It's kind of like if you dropped a kind of weird bar in the middle of a post-apocalyptic sort of scenario. I've stayed in a lot of places, in weird places in the world, North Korea, Syria, Congo. The Larrimah is up there on remoteness, weirdness.
Who had more words for being drunk, the Brits or the Aussies?
Bring it on, you fuckers.
Pissed, wankered, off your head, twatted, trolled. Nice move.
Thrashed,
Tatled, pissed, off your box,
hammered,
bollock face.
bollock face. Beautiful move, Tiger.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah, no, I remember Paddy. He was funny, gruff. He was Irish, I think, originally, and yeah, it's a real shame.
With our checks with births, deaths and marriages, there's no record in Australia that Paddy has a brother, sister, son or daughter or been married.
What efforts did he go to outside of Australia to try and find out more about who he was and establish his history?
So we have the Australian Federal Police International Liaison Network we can tap into. We lodge birth, deaths and marriages checks with overseas through Interpol. The only confirmed link we've got with Paddy's family was his mum, Mary Teresa Moriarty.
I'm joined again by Anna Henderson, reporter with ABC. That Australian police wanted to get in touch with Paddy's Irish family. Now, off the back of the conversation that you and I had, somebody has been doing some digging and come forward.
Well, that's right, Sean. Some people who heard the interview, and one person in particular, have done some excavating of their family history, and they believe they may be related to Mr. Moriarty, and that he has perhaps over 100 relatives in different parts of the UK and the United States.
We were fortunate enough through the help of yourself and the media, we actually got volunteer DNA from 2 distant relatives. Unfortunately, as it stands, we can't confirm any link to Paddy.
You've got to find the body, and well, there's 2 bodies. There's a dog and a man. And then, where the hell are they? How do you get rid of that?
You put a call out for people to come forward with any information they might have about a dog, whether or not Paddy's dog Kellie might have been dropped to an animal shelter. What has come of that, and has it led anywhere?
I actually received an anonymous letter from someone suggesting I do that. So that led to the call.
At this stage, though, that hasn't come to any
No.
conclusion.
To meet Paddy, you wouldn't think he had an enemy in the world. That's what makes it all so unusual. That anybody would want to harm him.
What do you like about living here in this place?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I don't mind it. Good. Yeah. I come up to the pub here and have a good drinks and everything like that. Meet Barry, all the locals, Well, I won't say too much about everyone, but,
Oh, well, let's talk about that a bit. How does everyone get on in this little town?
They don't. No.
This is very sad. He seems like a very sweet guy.
He was friends to people in the town and he was enemies to people in the town. And he would speak his mind. If he didn't agree with you,
Yep,
he'd leave.
I agree with you.
Bottoms up. Oh, you're a grand. He was Irish guy, and he was just one of those types of bloke. If somebody went up to Paddy and said, "Oh, the world's shaped like a football," Paddy would believe it. You know what I mean? He was easily sucked in.
He also seems like everybody's friend too.
Very much so.
I've had trouble with him all along. Big trouble.
This is Fran.
He started stirring shit around town about what I was doing in the kitchen and how much I was selling my pies for, and it was this and it was that, because he was very jealous, you see, very jealous of what I've got here, and plus the pub, I'm opposition to the pub.
We're treating his disappearance as suspicious. And what I mean by suspicious is that there was third-party intervention in relation to his death and that of Kellie. The current status is it's an unsolved homicide investigation.
Okay, this is Fran. They're going to talk about now.
The pie lady.
Yep. And if you listen to her, I have, in my opinion, I think she knows something too. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But if you listen to how she talks about him,
I can already tell.
Yes, not to mention she's rough as guts, this woman. Just saying.
I'll tell you what. Here's a big thing, guys. This is the key to this. This town has 10 people in it, period. Okay? There may be somebody that passes through here and there, but I doubt it. Out of 10 people, I'm going to say 3 of them know something about this, or more, or 4, okay? And there's somebody in this town, whoever's involved in this is somebody that is somebody important in this town. Otherwise, the people that do know would have spoken up about it, okay? So in my opinion, that's what we need to look at and who we need to look at and see. Once we listen to the pie, I can't help but laugh. I'm sorry, Lisa. Once we listen to the pie lady, just the thought.
And you saw what she was cooking in there. Really, would you eat a pie from?
I wouldn't eat something packaged from her. I'm sorry. You couldn't get me to eat nothing from that woman. But anyway, and the whole thing behind this, you guys, just so you guys know that just jumped in, is that there was rumors going around that poor old Paddy got hacked up and baked into a pie. So, that's the funny little teaser to this. I wouldn't eat nothing from this woman. You could give me a Hostess Twinkie that's been wrapped, boxed, and everything. I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't trust her. So anyway,
yes, Kat. Some people do eat her pies.
Oof. Yes.
After seeing this, I wonder if they're still eating them.
I would not look at anything this woman touched. I can already tell, and she only spoke 5 words, and I already know she's rotten. So here we go. Yes, Cece, you're right. I would eat. I'd rather eat.
Sorry, she also got diagnosed with cancer too, and left somebody in charge of her pie place, tea place, whatever it's called.
Tea and pie, whatever.
Yeah, tea, pie, and murder. Anyway, she left and went for treatment, and they don't expect her to come back from that treatment.
Karma's a real thing, everybody. Remember that. Karma's a real thing. I'm not saying anybody anybody should ever pass away by any means whatsoever. All I'm saying is
No.
God has his ways of handling things. So,
and the sad part is this guy, and you'll hear what he did to her. I don't agree with what he did, but I got a strange feeling she started it. But nonetheless,
this guy,
because
listen,
like I said, she told the owner of the pub that he wasn't allowed to make pies and sells them. She had no right to do that.
no. And again, here's the biggest thing with this, okay? Just from what I've seen, Paddy was.
Sorry, I just read Holly's new
My
channel
new
name.
YouTube channel name is Tea Pie and Murder. I love it. That'll be a good thing to put on one of my t-shirts, Holly. Yep.
We should have a t-shirt made of that. Tea Pie and Murder.
Tea Pie and Murder. Listen, Paddy was everybody in the town's friend. Paddy had no enemies.
Yeah.
Paddy was not unliked by anybody. So there is, except for one person, it seems, or maybe two, whoever was friends with this psycho Fran. So it leaves it, and out of 10 people, this is so easy. We just need to look at the power people and work on that. We do need to watch the rest of this, though. This is very interesting to me. I love this story, Lisa. I'm grateful to you for bringing this out. And I'm grateful to all of you for coming in here and supporting our lovely Miss Lisa. She deserves this. Thank you all, Christine, Kat, Jeej, Daisy, Holly, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah. Thank you all so much. Like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you and all the support you have given me before I even started this channel. And it was because of you guys that I started this channel.
We love you, Lisa. You know that.
I know. And I feel it too, very much so. But yeah, listen to what she says and how she speaks. And sadly, the thing that annoys me about this case, there is an attitude of, well, he was 70. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
It did matter. He still had the right to live the rest of his life out.
Right. It doesn't matter how old he was. I don't care if he was 100 years old.
That's
it. If she was still living and breathing and walking and talking, the man was still alive, a human being. You don't just say, okay, he lived his life, he's done now, my turn. You're not God.
Yep.
You don't do that.
Yep.
So absolutely. Let's finish it up. And I'm curious to see what mean old Fran has to say now. Fran the pie hag. That's right, Kat. 7 or 70, he deserved to live. You're right. Good Lord, who's this?
100%.
I first came through in 1978 when I was hitchhiking up there in the Darwin. Kept coming back.
Here we are, Andrew. Here's your favourite drink.
Well, thank you, friend.
No worries.
I'm trying to run 3 times a year just to find out what's happening. The war.
This particular thing, I don't necessarily think.
Is that too strong?
That's great.
Sure?
Yeah.
Very well. On your toes.
Everything inside this ramekin is delicious. Everything outside this ramekin is delicious. The texture, yes, moist. The presentation is
very close to
this looks like something you see at a
What are you doing, Joe?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was muted. My fault. Sorry,
No, you're right.
I'm trying to open a package and I couldn't get it open. I'm sorry about that.
And, now we, well, we don't really associate like what we used to.
What do you think is at the heart of the disagreements?
A lot of things. A lot of things. And I don't really feel like saying a lot about it. I know why, but I don't really want to say it.
Paddy done a bit of shit stirring there, and Fran got pissed off about it. But then again, Fran's a bit of a troublemaker too. Don't worry about that. But she's not a bad person in her own right. But it's just little towns; they're all the same. If it's so and so done this, so and so done that.
It's a factional, fascinating environment. The changing of a
Christine Hunt, that not just chunky beef pies. She also has camel pies, buffalo pies, crocodile pies, pork pies. You missed the start of it.
Nope.
So I thought I'd let you in on that. Just to make your mouth water a little bit more.
Yeah, and it's gonna water not from wanting to throw up is what you're gonna water from.
allegiances.
Paddy didn't really have any enemies. Only one he used to argue was the lady in the pie shop.
Who is his neighbour?
Who's his neighbour, yeah.
I stay here on my little four corners of my little oasis. Here's the 2 pies for you, darling. I was the first one ever to make pies in the territory. Buffalo, camel, pork. I mince my own meat here. I mince my own pork and chicken.
Fran's had her pies going for 20 years or so.
Now, who would like a pie?
Now the pub are making pies, and there's arguments as to who's got the recipe for the famous Larrimah pies. And there are, good assortment of pies, and camel pies, and buffalo pies, and crocodile pies, and everything but dog pies or magpies.
Fran's has got the worst pies, and I fucking tell you that.
The feuding is very colourful. All these petty but very important things in a tiny town in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, there was shit over there. I used to go over there, and the dog wouldn't eat me pie. Fran's pies. Yeah, true word. And these have got chunky meat and everything like that here. Yeah, and I tell people, I'll tell them the truth.
See, that's Paddy.
I love it.
And she got
These
upset.
pies are fucking horrible. I love it. I love him. I do. That is great.
He told everybody that his dog refused to eat her pies, and that's what the war started over.
So this woman unalived this man because he said she can't make pies. This is great. I'm telling you. I mean, it's not great in that aspect that this poor man had to lose his life. But to me, that's what exactly it sounds like, is that Paddy said her pies suck and Fran got pissed and that was the end of it. That's what it sounds like.
But you
I'll be
can
damned.
hear her, this whole thing of, I was the first one to make pies in the Northern Territory. No, hun, because the Northern Territory includes Darwin and Catherine and all the rest of it.
Right.
No, you didn't. But okay.
And he even said the damn dog wouldn't eat the pie. That's bad.
Yep.
Then nobody wants that shit then if the dog don't want it. As soon as he said that, I about pissed myself laughing. I don't know if you saw me, but I was dying over here. That was great. I love this guy. Anyway, I'm sorry. I had to.
Yeah, you're right.
That's great. She needs to be fed her own pies. You're right, Christine. She does. Her shit pies, because that's what they are. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't they look tasty on the plate? Not.
Nope. Nope. Nothing looks good about that at all. I'm sorry.
Up at my place up at the road. Yeah.
Well, they probably don't have a choice but to eat, guys. There's nothing else around.
Oh, there was shit over there. I used
You either eat Fran's shit pies or you don't eat.
And the dog wouldn't eat me pie. Fran's pie.
I'm just saying.
And this has got chunky meat and everything like that here. Yeah. And I tell people, I tell them the truth. Bloody hell. When they pull up at my place up at the road. Yeah. I tell them fair dinkum. Yeah. And that's what happens. And Fran's is the worst gas bagger in town.
I've had trouble with him all along. Big trouble. Like last year I took him to court for poisoning my garden. He threw an old dead kangaroo under my bedroom. I've had so many things, and it's all been reported to the police. They got it on record. He started stirring shit around town about what I was doing in the kitchen and how much I was selling my pies for, and I was this and it was that, because he was very jealous, you see, very jealous of what I've got here, and plus the pub, I'm opposition to the pub.
Yeah, I knew he was doing that. Never really took it serious. It was more.
I gotta stop for a minute. Please tell me who would be jealous of.
Right. That's what I'm saying. What the hell is he jealous of? Because of what I got here. Your shit pies? Yes, I'm jealous that you make shit pies. I'm sorry. She's
It's
a damn.
like- She sounds like she has a multi-million-dollar company, like
I know.
pies or something.
Oh my god. Chatty Cathy. Yeah.
Definitely know why she ended up there.
Oh yeah, maybe get rid of the competition because he wouldn't eat her pie. Oh god, that sounds so bad. Izzy, come on. That's too fucking funny. Excuse my language, but it is.
But see how he was talking about he was honest?
Absolutely.
Because he lived across the road from her pie shop.
Right.
And the people the tourists that would pull up to go to a pie shop, he would tell them that his dog wouldn't even eat the pies there.
That's hilarious. It does, Breezy.
She took him to court for slander.
And
But
did
it's
they
not
take it
slander.
seriously? If
I
they
don't
couldn't,
know.
they couldn't have taken her seriously.
No.
Oh my god.
Because it's actually not slander.
No, it's not. It's just he's just being opinionated. We have the right to our opinions. That's the whole thing right there.
And proved the dog ate the pie. Because apparently it didn't.
I'm starting to wonder if the whole Paddy was baked into a pie thing is true or not, because this woman seems crazy to me. I'm sorry. And I could see Daisy, I could definitely see this woman losing the grip because you said her pies suck, and that's the end all be all to that right there. Oh my god, this is pathetic.
But here's another way of thinking, because she is a bit crazy.
Oh,
how do you know she didn't think, well, since you won't eat my pie, you'll be in my pie.
Yeah,
I'll make you eat it. It is a bit scary.
She's a lot scary. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't like to meet her in a dark alley, that's for sure.
I wouldn't like to meet her in a bright light alley. No way in hell. That's a scary woman right there, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, yuck. Yeah,
All right.
no.
Well, I will continue on for you.
Go right ahead. I'm sorry again.
No, you're right. I stopped it.
More humorous than anything else. Maybe we should have taken. Maybe we should have taken that a bit more serious.
So I stopped him coming here. And that's when all this trouble started. He started pinching umbrellas from here and damaging me property and giving me cheek and telling customers here not to come in, putting broken glass under car wheels, over the parking bay because he didn't want them parking over there, and they'd pull up over there in front of his place and he'd tell them not to come in here, that nothing was homemade. And I mean, I'm not rubbishing the man. I'm only telling you it's all been reported to the police right through.
No, she's not rubbishing the man
The
at all.
disagreements in Larrimah, the feuds as they've been called by some, and the hatreds that exist there have formed part of your investigation. Are they still part of your inquiries, or have you been able to rule them out?
Everything is still on the table. It's an unsolved homicide. Nothing's been ruled out at this stage.
You can go into any roadhouse and buy a pie. There's no claim to saying, oh, well, I sell pies. You can't sell pies. It'd be like saying, I sell soft drinks, so you can't sell soft drinks. That's sort of a bit ridiculous.
Paddy's never been over here and bought a pie. He's never had a pie here. He wouldn't know what my pies taste like.
She's right. He didn't know what they tasted like because he didn't eat it. Neither did his dog.
I wouldn't eat it either.
Never met him.
Okay, and this is the other one you want to listen to because this is her gardener. So I'll go back just a little bit, right?
Yeah, that guy just.
weird.
This is the one that they think possibly had something to do with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he looks a little bit off.
this is weird.
His name is Wig. Yes, they do, CC. They look horribly awful.
No, his name's Owen.
Owen, okay, gotcha. Owen Laurie.
Yeah.
Good
What do you
God.
know about the gardener who lives at the tea house? Do you have any?
Never met him. Now I wouldn't even know what he looked like. Yeah. I saw him from the waist down once. So I was sitting in a car. All I've heard stories about him. He used to be a tent boxer or something.
Owen Laurie has never done an interview with anybody
No,
about
he
everything.
won't.
Why is that?
I don't know, because that's the way he is. I don't know. It's just him. I can't make somebody do something that they don't want to do, and that's his prerogative. I know that he never left here, and I know that he wouldn't hurt anybody like that. I know he's got a temper, but no, I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay, so riddle me that. She
She's
wouldn't
full.
hurt anybody, but she knows he has a temper. He's an ex-fighter boxer.
She's full of shit. Period. She
Yeah.
probably gave. He lives there, and he's the gardener. She probably, and I don't even want to say because I've never seen this guy, but who knows whatever else is going on between them two, and and her pies, and he probably would do anything to keep a home and a roof over his head, and she probably put it to him like that and said, "Hey, I need this handled. You need to help me," and here it is. So.
The forensic mob went through my house. They found nothing. They pumped out my septic. They didn't find anything. They scraped out my incinerators. They didn't find anything. They poked holes in all the garden. They didn't find anything. the detective went in the shed and found a couple of hammers. And of course, you find hammers in every shed. And he put the torch on the hacksaw and found blood on it. Of course, he said to Owen, "Is this yours?" And Owen said yes. And they took it away. We knew it was turkey, chicken meat. We always cut up our meat for our dogs, you know. We always keep our meat frozen. You know that in the territory. But nothing has been found. It was all put through testing. Everything was negative.
Fran Hodgetts has taken down a sign from outside of Larrimah which had taunted her and advertised Sweeney Todd's pies being sold at her tea house. What investigations did police make about whether or not, in fact, there was any truth to that kind of accusation?
So we've searched the premises that you in question. We've forensically examined the location in question, and there's no evidence to support that theory.
Take care, Jeej. Have a great night, hon.
On the meat pies.
We've forensically examined the premises.
Night, love. Thanks for being here. Take care.
Do you think he's been killed? Are you feeling safe to remain living here?
Oh, yeah. Got nowhere else to go.
Lisa, pause that for a second, please.
He's been taken.
Can you roll that back just a tad to where that man was just talking?
Yes, I can.
Right,
This one will be it.
Well, the old guy was what I wanted, but this should be good enough. We can just roll up to that.
Oh, and a tent boxer is a boxer that puts up a tent at shows, carnivals, whatnot, and people pay to box. So it's boxing for money.
Gotcha.
Essentially.
Gotcha. Hey, Bon, good to see you, hon.
Hello, Bon. Lovely lady.
Well,
nice to have you here.
I just want to hear what this guy that couldn't speak 3 words clear, that looked like he was not that far,
right
here.
This one.
Yeah, this guy. He looks like death warmed over.
Yeah, this guy. Okay, so I'll go back just a fraction.
What the hell are jaffles?
Jaffles.
Yes.
A jaffle is made in a iron.
Like a waffle?
Then, yes. It
Okay.
opens up and it's made with bread.
Mm-hmm.
And you put a piece on each side and you can put spaghetti or baked beans or anything in it, scrambled eggs, and then you close it up.
Okay.
And and you cook it in the iron, and when you open it, the bread's toasted and it's joined together.
Okay, got you. So, this guy that we're looking at here, getting ready to talk. This is Fran's ex-husband.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a bit of a worry, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Theory whatsoever.
Do you think he's been killed? Are you feeling safe to remain living here?
Oh, yeah.
That's what he said.
If you actually heard what she asked him.
No, I heard what she asked him.
Yeah.
And they came up with him saying, I got nowhere to go else at the moment. I heard him. He didn't say nothing like that, what I heard, but that's okay.
Oh, no, did you? Let's listen. Oh, did I jump ahead?
It just sounded like he mumbled and said, oh, yeah, that was it.
We've forensically examined the
hang on.
location in question, and there's no evidence to support that theory whatsoever.
Did you actually do any tests on the meat pies?
We've forensically examined the premises, and there's nothing to support that theory whatsoever.
If you think he's been killed, are you feeling safe to remain living here?
Oh, yeah. Well, so there. Nowhere else to go at the moment.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. I didn't hear all the rest of it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just that he put a few more oh yeah in there that they actually put up.
Well, it sounds like he stuttered through that, though. It wasn't a direct answer. He
Yes.
had, you know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to watch that again.
Yes, and that's the way I took it when I first watched it too. And on top of that, the question that she asked virtually is saying, do you think if Fran, to me, the way it comes across, although she didn't say it, is if Fran murdered him, do you feel safe?
Right.
Now?
Yeah, right. And he said, oh, yeah, 3 or 4 different times and studied around
Yeah.
it nervously. And then he said, I got nowhere else to go. He didn't directly answer her question. He just said,
no,
I got nowhere else to go. That's not the answer to what she asked. That's him saying,
yeah.
I'm not, even if I do, oh, yeah, you know. Yeah, that one was a definite cryptic answer. So,
Yeah,
that
because he actually comes across frightened.
exactly. And see, that's like I said, somebody knows something. Fran
Mm.
has some type of a power over people, obviously, and I don't know who this gardener is. I'd like to see this guy because they obviously have a fear of this guy. Again, there's 10 people in the town, guys.
And nobody can describe him.
That makes no
Isn't
sense.
that weird? No.
Not
And
at
yet
all.
he's a gardener, so he would be outside.
Here's my other question. What the hell is he gardening? There's nothing but sand and dust and garbage laying around. What the hell is he gardening?
Her garden. The one that she reckons that Paddy stole, if you listen when she blamed him about stealing her umbrella, and that she accused him of stealing her palm trees too, for God's sakes. I couldn't imagine that guy bothering to steal palm trees, in all honesty. The whole kangaroo thing, he also cut off a kangaroo's penis, I'm sorry to say, and threw it on her front lawn. I
He
do
said
know he did that.
she said he put a dead kangaroo under her bedroom. I mean, this woman's nuts. I'm just telling you, she's nuts. There's no two ways to look at it.
But like I said, she started it all because he said his dog wouldn't eat the pie.
It's probably a fact. The
wanted
dog didn't like it.
And like he said, I'm not going to lie about it.
Right. Whatever. This chick this is definitely, she's lying, and her ex-husband is probably scared that he's going to end up in a pie too. So he just says whatever.
Well, look how fit he looks.
Yeah.
Compared to her, you got to wonder, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Cat.
So, are you all right to keep going?
I am. I
Yes.
just wanted to hear his response again and watch his body language when he answered. That's all. Again, my apologies.
That's fine. No, stop apologizing. It's fine. I'd rather you do that. I'm just making sure that everybody was right to keep going, because if they're not, or if they're too tired, we can finish. There's not much more to go anyway.
No, not at all. We're good. I'm good, at least. I'm sorry. Again.
We're good to go then. We'll go.
I think he's been taken off somewhere. My opinion. Either that, it's a bad thing to say, but wild pigs. You know, wild pigs, dingoes. Like if somebody knew what they were doing when they got rid of him, they just feed him to pigs. Because pigs don't leave any evidence, so I believe. Crocodiles. And there's plenty of places to get rid of a body, isn't there?
among your responsibilities, you also help feed the animals out the back. Can you give me a sense of what that involves and what kind of animals you're dealing with out there?
A lot of birds, specialised birds. A couple of crocs out there. We've got some pythons, wallabies, emus, which are always fun.
There is a crocodile at the back of the pub. What investigations or what efforts did you go to try and establish whether there was any truth to that?
So we've searched animal enclosures at the back of the pub. We've also inspected Sneaky Sam's enclosure, and there was nothing there to warrant any drastic action to be taken in relation to that.
I don't know where he is. I don't know who done it. I don't know if he's alive. I don't know if he's out hiding, trying to get me into trouble, which entered me mind. I swear on my grandkids, on my life, that I know nothing about.
She doesn't have tickets on herself either, does she?
No.
She's doing this to get her into trouble. How ridiculous.
Yep.
It is my pleasure to conduct the auction sale today.
The Pink Panther pug is being sold walk in, walk out. What you see is what you get, ladies and gentlemen. The crocodile is a really unique feature. It is one of the most beautifully kept crocodiles.
No more.
Sorry, I'm just going to say this. I found this bit hard to watch because you can see the passion in the owner's eyes here of how much this pub means to him.
Yeah.
And he's selling it because he has prostate cancer.
I get it. And yes, Brandy, I do agree. This does remind me of Carol Baskin from the Tiger King. It really does.
Yeah.
A little bit. It really, really does a little bit. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying, Lisa, but you can tell this is his life, his love, and he just can't do it. I understand.
And that's actually quite good, Christine. She is full of pie chip. Very good.
That was
I
good,
like
Chris.
that.
That was good, Christine. I like that.
How unusual is it for you to sell a piece of real estate with a crocodile thrown in?
Well, this will be the first.
He's a monster. He's a huge crocodile. I've developed a cancer, a prostate cancer.
They're beautiful animals. They really are.
It looks like it's going to be terminal, and I need to. It's too much work here for me now. I can't do it.
From the day Paddy went, it changed everything here, the whole vibe of the whole place. And then the wildlife park going, that was the next step. And then Barry selling up, a bit final one.
All this time I'm going through this, I've got breast cancer and didn't even know it. And now it's spread down to the back of my heart. But hopefully the tablets I'm on now, the doctor said could cure it, but maybe, maybe not.
The owner of a local pie shop in the Northern Territory town of Larrimah has denied she had anything to do with the disappearance of Paddy Moriarty. An inquest into the suspected death of the 70-year-old man has examined an apparent ongoing feud between the pair.
Karen, do you know what happened to Paddy?
Well, this is an inquest into the suspected death because at this stage there's no affirmation of this death. We don't have a body. It is likely that someone in Larrimah has evidence that may be helpful in establishing what happened to Paddy. Given the advanced age of many of the residents, and Your Honour will see that shortly, it was considered by Your Honour to hold an inquest at an early date.
Why are all the media here, Carl? If you tell them?
Your Honour, I think they're going to write their book on a bit like Wolf Creek in due course.
Yeah, that's right.
The population of Larrimah hovers around 10, and almost everyone was called to give evidence at the inquest. So it created this really extraordinary situation where all these people had to travel 200 kilometres to Katherine to give evidence in a case, and it was the closest they'd all ever been to each other in a really long time. Bobby Roth gave evidence at the inquest that when she'd worked for Fran in her kitchen, that Fran had often said that she wanted to kill Paddy. She was quite visibly upset when she gave this evidence, and it was something that obviously had sort of played on her mind since Paddy had gone missing. When her husband, Carl Roth, gave evidence, he said that he had also heard Fran say those things, but to him, it was nothing serious. There was no intent behind it, and there was never any danger of anything happening.
I could not believe the lies that were told when I heard about what was said, that I'd threatened Paddy, that I was going to kill Bill and Paddy. Matter of speech, everybody says it, you know, you say, do that again and I'll kill you, you know, and it's a matter of speech. I couldn't hurt a flea, you know.
Morris Darby was Fran Hodgett's former gardener and kitchen hand at the tea house, and he says he left Larrimah and left that position because she had been ripping customers off. He believed that she was buying pies from the supermarket and removing the filling, adding her own fillings, and then charging people $13.50 for a 75-cent pie.
I have never, ever, ever sold a pie for $13 or $14 because I wouldn't be able to sell it that much anyway because people wouldn't buy them. Even if they built a pie factory next to me, it wouldn't worry me because I've got my scones, I've got my cakes, I've got my bread rolls. I don't have to do pies.
It was suggested by a few of the residents at the inquest that Richard Simpson was jealous of Paddy and his kind of run of the bar, that he was sort of an unofficial 2IC. Richard said that that was completely untrue. He said that Paddy was a mate of his and he really enjoyed having him around the pub.
Last time the ABC came here, Richard Simpson was working here and he isn't anymore. What happened there?
Oh, look, it was just a thing that he was starting to drink too much, and some days he would be fairly drunk by about lunchtime, and I had to put a stop to it.
Do you feel that he should be investigated more closely?
I personally don't think he had anything to do with it.
Were any calls made from the Larrimah phone box on the night Paddy Moriarty disappeared?
So, as we heard in the public inquest, at 6:30 and 6:31, 2 calls were attempted from the phone box situated on the Stuart Highway at Larrimah.
The inquest heard that Owen Laurie made 2 phone calls from a phone booth out the front of his house on the night that Paddy was last seen, and they were around the time that Paddy would have been heading back from the pub. In his evidence, Owen said that he did not see Paddy on his quad bike. He didn't even hear the quad bike.
Those calls did not connect. Investigators believe the call was made by the neighbour of Paddy. We also don't believe the calls relate to the disappearance of Paddy.
Oh, and do you know what happened to Paddy?
There's no conversation.
4 days before Paddy Moriarty went missing, Ms Hodgetts claimed he dragged a dead kangaroo onto her property. The following day, Mr Moriarty and Ms Hodgetts' companion, Owen Laurie, got into a heated argument over their dogs, but Mr Laurie strongly denied there was any aggression. Then Ms Hodgetts gave the inquest a different account. Owen said, "There's going to be trouble," and I said, "Don't do anything stupid. I don't want to come back and see you in jail." Mr Laurie also told the court he was joking when he told her, "If anyone touches my plants, it'll be the first murder in Larrimah."
That's not the way you joke.
That is a word of mouth, you know,
Nope.
speaking because I drummed it into him all
She
the time.
seems to say it quite a
And
lot
it was a matter
about
of,
Paddy.
okay, if you do it, I'll kill you like that for, you know, but no, he wouldn't hurt a man. He wouldn't hurt anybody or a dog.
There were a number of dogs in Larrimah at the time and they didn't all get along. Is there a possibility that there could have been some problem between the different animals that triggered some problem between the people of Larrimah that led to Paddy Moriarty's disappearance?
Yes, it is possible, and everything is being investigated in relation to who had dogs, where the dogs were at the time of his disappearance, and how they were behaving.
Yeah, we know for a fact that there's a couple of detectives that have actually lost sleep over this.
It's something that completely consumes yourself and also your investigation team. We're forever communicating with one another about bouncing different ideas off each other, running theories by each other, and it's just we're dedicated to the investigation and trying to establish what's happened.
Rotten piece of shit, you know, rotten to the core because nobody believes me. I was treated so badly, you know, that some of the detectives were talking to me like if I was an idiot, you know.
The shoe fits.
Brian Hodgetts has also criticised the police investigation and the way she was treated in the process.
Yep.
She's criticised your role in questioning her. Are you confident that every step you've taken to the inquiry has been appropriate?
Yes, ma'am. I need to ask questions of all sorts of people.
It's funny how this is all about her, isn't it?
Amazing. Every bit of it, yes. It's really sad, too. This is sad.
Yeah. It's not about him. Every time something's said about him, she brings it back to her.
She turns it into something about her, exactly.
Yep. She did not like him at all.
Sounds like he didn't like her at all either, so what's fair is fair.
Yep.
At times, and part of that was speaking to Fran and all the other occupants of Larrimah.
Your gardener, Owen, was questioned quite extensively at the inquest.
But I don't know. I didn't know anything about that.
Do you think that that causes extra problems because he hasn't stepped out to sort of say his part?
Well, it doesn't look good, but I don't know. I really don't know because I know that he never left here. I can't say because I don't know. I don't have much to do with him, you know. I don't even have. I've been spoken to him for 3 months now, you know, because he's in the room and he's got to go, you know.
He's in the room this
year.
year.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna, you know, ask him to leave and. I
think Larrimah was a place before that no one really cared about. Since Paddy's disappearance, it's really kind of made a name for itself, which is quite sad. They've had journalists from all over the world turning up, knocking on their doors, asking them questions. Tourists ask them questions. Tourists have read about Paddy's disappearance, about the story, and everyone kind of wants to know what happened. Everyone has a theory on the mystery, and that's how they have to live now. They have to live being known as the town where this extraordinary mystery has occurred, and
People pies.
some people who are intrigued.
The town of people pies.
Did you have anything to do with the disappearance of Paddy Moriarty?
The time restraint is just going to kill me.
Poor Barry.
I'm really concerned that I won't even be able to follow
He cared about him. He cared about Paddy.
Oh yeah, Barry, you can see it in his face.
Mm.
The police have already asked me that because I told him how I used to get on with Paddy. I used to get on with him, but he used to get me to the stage where he used to piss me off and I could have grabbed hold of him by the
Do you have anything to do with his disappearance?
Do I? No, not at all. Or would I?
Sometimes I felt like it, don't like that. I'll be honest with you. I felt like breaking it. It never happened.
I know, and Owen know, we didn't do nothing to Paddy. This should not be happening to me.
Oh God,
People, I can't believe it.
that shouldn't be happening to you, of course.
Do police have any suspects at this stage?
As the investigation is ongoing, I can't discuss the specific status of individuals other than to say we have persons of interest. Who those persons of interest are and why they're persons of interest we cannot discuss during active investigation.
So there's multiple people, okay. Well, I mean, there's only 10 people, so that wasn't hard to figure out.
That's it.
Fran
There's
is
only 10 people.
and where is Owen now?
He's well, no, he's not there
We're still
anymore.
missing very much.
I don't think. I'll have to look into that and find out.
And this Owen was one of the ones that they thought very possibly could be involved, right?
Disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And no one's got
Because
what
I
I thought.
reckon Fran's involved. But I reckon
Somebody knows
reckon-
something, but I don't know nothing.
You know everything, you lying piece of S.
I think Paddy would be wanting us to continue and to find out exactly what's happened to him.
he sure would.
Yeah, I agree.
Settle down here. Never settle down.
So for all that, you like it here, eh?
Oh, I love it. It is a true story, and I'm sticking by it. And I'd say the same thing again if I had to say it again. Yeah, true word, folks. Yeah. Settle down, and that's it.
God love him.
Yeah. Lying piece of pie shit.
Paddy Moriarty was last seen here at the Pink Panther Hotel in Larrimah on December the 16th, 2017. If you know anything about his disappearance, please call Crime Stoppers.
Wow. World Paddy.
Yep. There is
Yeah.
now a $250,000 reward.
Really? Jesus, that's more than the whole town is worth.
Yes.
Good Lord. So, yeah, guys, I mean, we know this was Fran and Owen. Owen's gone because he knows that they were probably sniffing him, and he got the hell out of Dodge before he could get stuck in the middle of it any more than he is. I'm going to venture to say that, I mean, Paddy was just a little guy, and he was frail probably a bit, and he was probably drunk one night. They caught him off guard. Owen was a bigger guy, probably knocked him out or punched him or did something like that and fed him to the old gator in the backyard, or took him, let the pigs eat him and got rid of the bones. End of story.
Yep. Sadly. But she definitely, I believe, my theory is that that Owen was not the gardener. I believe she actually hired him to eliminate him. Personally,
Yeah,
I think he was a pretend gardener because, like I said, 10 people in that town and nobody could describe what he looked like.
That
Yet a
man,
gardener's outside.
That's it. And that man does not. If that Owen guy is the one they're talking about, he does not look like a damn gardener. I'm sorry to say it. He's a bigger guy. He looks like he might be some kind of ex-military or something like that, and very possibly just, like I said, he could have walked up behind Paddy, snapped his neck, and walked him out and drug him out and fed him to whatever. That end of story. I mean, it's pretty simple, cut and dry.
Well,
The
the
bone,
fact that he was a boxer.
yeah, that's.
And we're not talking about the normal rules of boxing either when they do tent boxing.
Yeah, no, I know how that goes. That's just, I mean, this is pretty cut and dry. There's no way to prove it though. That's the problem. If they could find where the bones are, if they're or anything like that, that's going to help. But there's nothing they can prove now. Fran is probably on her last leg. Owen is gone in the wind. He's probably not even in Australia anymore. If he is, he's way on the other side. And there's nothing else anybody can do about it.
But yep, I think he was definitely hired by her for that purpose.
Exactly. I agree.
And like I've told you before, I knew a hitman. I was very good friends with him before I knew he was a hitman. And he looks very much like that Owen guy.
Well, that's what I was kind of like leaning towards when I said that Owen doesn't look like a gardener. So, yeah.
And see, the common thing for hitmen is in Australia, if they eliminate and put them under country fence posts. Because nobody's going to check miles and miles of fence posts, you see, and they're buried standing up.
Right. And with what she does with these pies that she makes, you can see this is a very, very big option. It's gross, but it's a fact. Like, she boils the meat and cooks the meat down and breaks it down and does this and that. Listen, guys, that guy was a little guy. He could have been halved and halved with certain things. Pieces were given to the crocodile, pieces were given to pigs, pieces went into her pies. It is what it is, guys. I mean, let's look at it for what it is. I'm just saying, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
So God bless anybody that ate her pies, because nope.
No, thank you. Just looking at the pot was enough.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, and those are big stock pots. I'm not even going to go into it. I'm just saying, you know what I mean. And
yeah,
it is heartbreaking, Izzy.
I don't think them pots have been washed since Jesus wore diapers, to be honest.
Probably not. She doesn't look like she was either, so that's another problem. So,
but she's a nasty
Oh,
video.
God,
Like I said, you can tell the disdain that she had for him.
Oh my God, it's all about her. I can't believe this is happening to me. It's so sad it's happening to me. What about the man that disappeared? Where's he at?
Yep.
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, this is sad, guys. It really is. But it's an interesting story. It really is. There's a tad little comic relief to this. I mean, it's not something to be laughed at, but that just the whole situation itself has a little bit of a tip of a comic relief to it. It really does. So, and the town, you guys, here's the thing, guys. Look at it this way. If this happened in Perth, Australia, or Melbourne, or something like that, forget it. Okay? Forget it. There's 10 people in the damn town. There's nobody else there. Process of elimination will tell you. Well, first of all, Bernie was is that his name? Bernie, the hotel owner. Barry. Sorry, yeah. Barry was. You could see it in his eyes when he talked about him. Him and Paddy were like best friends. There's that. The bartender liked Paddy. Everybody liked Paddy. Even the guy that said that he at times felt like he wanted to choke him out was still friends with him. It's just he got on people's nerves, just like any other funny person does. He's a drunk. It is what it is. Okay. There's only one person in that town that did not like this man was Fran. And her hired hitman, quote unquote Gardner, that doesn't look like he ever touched a plant in his life. There he is. And now he's gone. End of story.
Well, you think about it. See, when I watched this, that was the first thought that came to my mind. He wasn't a gardener. Like I said, I believed he was hired for that purpose. And what makes me think that is because, like I said, a gardener is outside gardening, of course.
Yeah, nobody ever saw this guy.
Nobody saw this guy. And the one guy that said, I saw him from the waist down. It's like, okay, so what would be the reason you would hide your face or make sure not many people would see you?
Exactly. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I use the bathroom real quick.
You're right. Yep, I always trust animals. And that's the sad part, the fact that the dog wouldn't eat the pie, and that's what it all started over, and he was honest about it. And I would say the same thing too if my dog wouldn't eat it. I too are very much like that. I will say I have no problem speaking the truth. I'm not going to lie to somebody to make them feel better. However, I am more diplomatic about the way I say it. He was dancing in his chair. I did see that. But yes, it is an interesting case. It's a rather sad case too.
Yes, I was dancing in my chair. I had to go. Sorry. Whew, I was holding that stuff for a minute. But anyway, another thing, if you guys will take notice with this Owen guy, when he would sit where he saw cameras were, he had the wide brim hats on with glasses and kept his head down.
Yep.
When he was walking and cameras were going, he had his head down and the glasses and the wide brim hat. He didn't want his face seen clearly. Okay.
No.
Who knows if somebody else has recognized him from the past of other things he may have done too. Okay. Remember that stuff. And I mean, like I said, I always look at the little things, guys, because the little things make big things happen. So I pretty much have decided on what I think. That's my thought, my theory, my opinion, and I'm not going to change it no matter what anybody says. So it is.
And yet that was my theory when I watched this and I read the articles that I read.
Right.
But this was, out of all the articles and everything that I read, this was the most informative that had everything in it.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad I got to share that with you all.
Yes.
Because it covers everything. And yeah, there's nothing that will change my mind. I'd be really taken back if it was somebody else.
Me too. Good night, Christine. Thank you so much for jumping down here with us tonight.
Christine.
It's good to see you. I hope you're enjoying your vacation, as always. And hopefully
You're welcome,
we'll see you
Christine.
soon.
I hope you enjoyed it.
It was a good Good one.
I do feel good about the coverage of this.
Oh yeah, this was good. This was very good, Lisa. I really did like the way this was set up, the whole storyline, the interviews. I love this Paddy guy. I really do. God bless him, and
Yeah.
rest in peace wherever he's at. It's a good
And his
story though,
dog.
and we love you too, Christine. We really do. Hope to see you soon.
Certainly do, Christine. Thank you for your support, love.
By the way, man, Miss Christine, my wife said to say thank you because she saw the comments with me, and she said thank you for the kind words. She very much appreciates it, and she very much appreciates the way you guys support me. So thank you again, hon.
I hope his dog is with him.
Oh, I do too, because
I
those
hope
two, you could see it.
I hope they weren't separated.
The way that the dog rode on the 4-wheeler with him and everything, you can just, those two are one and the same.
Yep. I don't know how you can kill an animal.
Well,
I
here's
don't
the
know how
thing.
you can kill a human, but I don't know how you turn around and kill an animal.
No. You're welcome, Yvonne. And here's the thing. I think it was Daisy that asked that question. Or yeah, Daisy. Why would he go anywhere, Daisy? He loved it there. He said he loved it there. He has nowhere any reason to go anywhere. He was perfectly fine. He left the bar that night or the pub that night and said he'd see him tomorrow.
And he didn't take any vehicle or anything to get out of there. His vehicle was still there. His 4-wheeler was still there.
Yep.
Everything. His wallet was still there on the table.
But
So
he
he
did
had
make
no
it.
money
He
or
did.
anything to leave.
He did make it home though that night. They said correct.
Yeah.
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 See, so they need
Yeah,
to
that's
do.
what I. Because
That's what I thought.
he went home on the 4-wheeler, and they had given him half a chicken for the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got into his place, his wallet was on the table, which he had at the pub. His 4-wheeler was in the driveway. His other vehicle was in the driveway. The chicken was in the dog's bowl for the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it was in this, but in something else, in one of the other articles I read, he had pulled something out for dinner for himself.
So whoever got him, caught him at home, surprised him, and nailed him and the dog, and that was it.
Chances are they were probably waiting for him in this place, because I'll guarantee you they don't lock their doors there.
No, there's 10 people in a town. Come on now.
Yep.
If it's not one person, it's one of the other 9 people that comes to your door. So take your pick.
And here's the other strange thing I find about Fran. You live in a township of 10 people. You're not running a multi-million-dollar company, as I said, like she likes to make out she is.
Right.
But she had security cameras and accused him of cutting the wires on the security cameras.
Good God. This woman's a whack job. I'm sorry.
But she literally said in that, and I don't know if you noticed, when they first started talking to us, she said, "I'm not sorry that he's gone."
Oh, of course I heard it. First thing I caught. Yes, absolutely.
I mean,
Right.
even if you don't like somebody,
She's not a smart person either, hon. That's the reason. If you're not going to say that. You don't say those things. And they said persons of interest. It's him and her. Period.
yeah. I don't. I strongly believe I'm right. I think we're right.
No, I
we're
agree.
headed. I believe that guy is a hitman. Can you give me 2 secs for a minute? Joe,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
take over?
I absolutely will. All right. Now it's the Dago Show. What's up, everybody? I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, she is definitely Looney Tunes, Brandy. There's no 2 ways. Heather, what's up, sis? Oh, my goodness gracious. This is a crazy story. Crazy story. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any way possible. If we could figure out Owen's last name, maybe we could do a little digging and see if Owen has any kind of criminal background records or anything like. I'm not sure how Australia covers their stuff. Good to see you, Heather. I'm so glad you jumped in, hon. And any of that kind of stuff. I'd like to know a little bit more about Mr. Owen, the quote-unquote gardener that probably has never touched a plant in his life. So, that being said, yeah, I think that would be one of our best bets to check into him a little bit, which I'm sure the police have already.
Check into who?
Owen. I think we should try to find out Owen's last name and do a little digging on him and see if we can come up with any kind of history on him.
Owen, Larry, wasn't it? I think his full name.
I didn't catch his name.
Okay, Barry Sharp is the guy from the pub.
Oh, I just seen that. Good night, Izzy. Sorry, hon. I just seen you say that. Have a great night.
Good night, Izzy. Love you, sweetheart. Take care.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Very much appreciate it.
Yes, it was a great stream.
I'm just saying.
Let me see something here. Give me a second here, Miss Lisa.
Okay, her place is Fran's place is called the Devonshire Tea House.
Oh, that sounds way classier than what it is.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Wow, that's way too bright. There we go.
Scones along with buffalo and camel pies, and it remains open. But
Devonshire.
This is done in 2018, this documentary, by the way.
Right. Well, we can look into that. And her name is Fran. What is it?
I don't know her last name. In fact, I haven't come across her last name anywhere.
I'm sure we can find it if we have to, based on her business or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. So if
Pink Panther Hotel.
2 secs, and I can look that up.
No, you're fine. Yeah. I'm just writing. I'm writing down some notes. That's all.
No, you're right.
Okay, the Devonshire Tea House. You said it was called.
Hang on, I've lost it now. Devonshire, Tea House.
Okay. And where in Australia is this again?
Yes, at Larrimah.
Larrimah, that's right.
Which is spelled Larrimah.
Okay. Now, how far is this from Perth? Do you know?
From Perth?
Yes.
Perth is another state, honey.
Oh.
But I can tell you, because this is in Northern Territory.
Okay.
Okay, so Perth, Melbourne, Perth, Victoria, Queensland, New South Wales, and that are all states.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And the Northern Territory is a territory, and it has its own laws.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
I can have a license. My license, I can move to Darwin, and I actually have to go for another license to drive there, right?
Oh, I got you.
However, if I have a Northern Territory license, I can drive and keep that license anywhere else in Australia.
Okay. Got you. So it's kind of like Texas was to the United States in its own world, its own sense. Yeah, I know what you're meaning.
Lisa, you will laugh when you see my post about someone behind you.
I've done that 3 times now, thinking somebody was behind you. I saw somebody talking to you in the mirror, but I didn't say anything. But I thought there was actually somebody else behind you.
That was my daughter when she came in. She made me coffee and bring it in.
The
And
reason
to
why
let
I'm
you
asking.
know she was going to the beach. That's why I said, can you excuse me for a minute?
No, sure. And the reason why I was asking how far this is from Perth, David travels a lot. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm sure that he wouldn't mind if he's going to be in an area checking some things out for us. By any means whatsoever. David is an amazing person. He would do anything to help anybody, especially us. So, just an
Okay.
idea.
Well, that's a good idea. Well, it is Fran's Devonshire Tea House still exists.
Okay. And does it say whether or not Fran is still living or not? Do you know that?
Hang on for a sec.
No problem. That's right.
What are you laughing about?
Kat just said, I just didn't want you cooked into a pie, Lisa. That's all.
Dear God, I hope not.
Right.
Okay, so he's making me work tonight.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
I'm just trying to get the deeps on this so we can do a little work and a little action on this.
From Perth.
Believe it or not, guys, I don't just talk. I do some work. And I promise you right now that Heather's taking notes and we'll look at things. Heather's very good for that. So that's how we do it, guys.
This is how we do it. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Larrimah NT. Let me see if it will give me the distance. Okay. Oh, yeah. Believe it or not, I actually am closer than what he is. So it's 3,712 kilometers.
Good Lord.
40-hour drive.
Good God. Okay.
So, just out of curiosity now, watch this. So, if I go,
40 hours. That's a damn week. It's crazy. Okay, Kat. No problem.
Sorry, people.
Kat said she's going to send some information on a 31-year-old missing in a couple hours from her. So, absolutely.
Oh, please do. From Victoria. Yep. Okay, I'm with it. So his drive was 40 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are you doing to me? That wasn't nice. Hang on.
Sure thing.
Sorry.
Stop apologizing. Oops. I gotta get this new camera. I can't stand this one anymore.
Oh, web camera you're talking about?
I have to replace my camera. I found another one that I need, or that I want. It's made by Bitade, Bitade. It's a focusable camera. It comes. I don't really need the remote, and it's got a ring light built into it, so on and so forth. That's the type of camera I need that will adjust back and forth, because this light gets right up in my face and I can't fix it any more than it is. So I got to get a new one, and it cuts in and out, and I don't like that. So it's old. It's time for something new. I was just thinking out loud.
No, that's fine. The web camera I have. Why are you not? telling me the distance from there to there.
I actually have it saved in Amazon on my wish thing, and I was kind of hoping it would go on sale too, because it's like $60-something, and I don't want to spend that much, but it is what it is. But I need to do it because I'm just tired of this.
Yeah, the camera, the web camera, the computer I have has a camera on it.
The laptop?
No, it's a desktop.
Oh, really? With a built-in camera? Okay.
Yeah, that pops up.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so but I ended up buying a Logitech.
Logitech. That's
Thank
what
you.
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, and I brought one of their 4K ones.
I have two. The one I'm on right now is not 4K. The other one that I have is 4K, but it's not compatible with my computer for whatever reason. So
has yours got a built-in mic and everything in it too?
Yeah, they both do.
Yeah.
And I don't really
use the mic in it.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
I have a great microphone right here, and I don't use the camera mic. But the other one, I needed to be able to be zoomed in and out and adjustable that way, and that's what I got to get. So that's going to be my next thing for my computer system, and you guys will notice the difference. It won't look like I'm right here on top of the camera all the time anymore. I hate that.
I like had a laptop. I still have a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
And when Doug started saying about starting the channel myself,
mm-hmm.
and then I went, oh, okay, yeah, and thought, because my brother does computers and everything, and but he lives on the other side of town, and he does really high-tech computers.
Yeah.
A bit out of my price range, but anyway, yeah, so I thought, oh, yeah, I can do that. And then when I realized everything I had, I kind of went into debt for quite a few thousands of dollars. You don't realize the technology you need.
Right. That's a fact.
Unfortunately, but I'm glad, don't get me wrong, I'm glad I did it. And of course, it's all paid for now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like debt, so I get rid of it pretty quick. So, okay, so from me, it'd take me 5 hours less than what it would take him.
Okay.
So it'd take me 35 hours to drive there, where it would take him 40 hours to drive there.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I tell a little story real quick in regards to what we just watched?
Yes.
Remember, you know how I told you that my people, my subscribers, supporters, are very good at hunting and digging?
Yes.
That fast, I got something from somebody already.
Oh,
this is from.
Wait. Let me stop sharing. Yep. Okay. What did you get?
This is from Miss Brandy. Okay. I'll show it to you, but you're not gonna be able to see it, so I'm gonna read it to you. This is 6 months old. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it says secret police recordings in which a man claims to have killed Paddy Moriarty with a hammer have been heard.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that wasn't in there.
Okay.
I read that article. Yes.
All right.
He also wrote a song about it too.
The guy that says he did it?
The guy that said he did it wrote a song as well and sang it.
Mm-hmm.
And I killerated and basherated him with the claw of the hammer. He got him on the nose the head and the eyes.
Killerated the bastard, basherated
Yeah.
him. Yeah. Oh my, what the hell? Okay.
That's a song.
All right, Lori. That's. Wait a minute. That's his name. Lori, who was 70 at the time. Oh, wait a minute. On Wednesday, the inquest heard recordings allegedly from Larrimah. Home
Check
or
your
Owen.
DM.
Owen Laurie. That's his last name.
Yeah, that's what I said.
L-A. Oh, I didn't hear you say it. I'm sorry. And this is on one recording. A voice says, "Effing killed Paddy, hit him in the head, smacked him on the effing nostrils with my claw hammer, and I killerated old Paddy. I struck him on effing head. I killerated the bastard, basherated him." Who the hell talks like that? Anyway.
Well, no, because that bit you're reading there is not talking. That's
It's
his
singing.
song.
Okay.
He's saying that, but he actually did say verbally, without singing, that he killed him.
Interesting. Thank you, Brandy. Very much so.
Did you read that message?
Which one?
The one I've highlighted on the screen for you. If you have another cell phone in your house,
yeah.
just connect it to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. My old phone was garbage. That's why I had to get this one. So yeah. Thank you very much, Brandy. Okay, guys. So
I can't even do a call in for you guys unless we do it through your number.
Yeah, we can if you want to. You guys are more than
it's up to you.
More than welcome to call my number. I don't have it. What the hell is my number? Heather, do you have my number, hon? My call-in number?
If anybody wants to call in, that is.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. I got another message a little bit ago.
Thank you, Brandy. Thank you so much, love.
Okay.
I have really enjoyed our lives today.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff.
Oh, there you go. Heather put it up. Thank you, Heather.
No, there we go. And go ahead and click that link, hon, and put it up on the string up here. Or just click what Heather said and bring it up here, and it'll stay up there.
Where did you go, Heather? There you are. There you go.
All right. If anybody wants to give
Heather.
Absolutely. If anybody wants to give a call in and discuss this, you're more than welcome to. Give us a call. Give us your opinion, your theories, your thoughts. Let's talk about it, guys.
I would like you to call in and give your theories on this.
Do you think that Paddy's in the pie, guys? We already know that, and it's a given because they know that he knows that there's nothing anybody can do to him unless they have proof of it. So we know that the gardener did it and that Fran hired him. Okay. What do you think? Where do you think he's at? Do you think he was baked into a pie? Do you think that the crazy gator in the back got him? Do you think that the hogs got him? What do you guys think? Come on.
Do you think that Owen was ever a gardener, or do you think he was hired just to do this?
A hired hitman.
Fanny Fran.
Funny Fran or frightening Fran, the pie maker.
Yeah, frightening Fran. Actually, that's really good. We will keep that one, Joe. We will have that one, I think.
I'm good at coming up with stuff like that. Don't ask me why. It just happens. Frightening Fran, the pie maker. Love it, love it.
I think he always baked it into a pie. Thank you, Brandy.
I kind of feel that way too. I think that they worked together, and he did the deed and told her, "You're gonna have to figure this out. It's done. It's over with. What do we do with him?" You know. I think he's probably a professional, so he didn't make a big mess. And in this town, I'm sure it's not really big on forensics. I'm sure it didn't take much to clean it up. He probably got him outside the house. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't want to think about what he did to the dog. That's my biggest problem right there.
I don't want to think about what he did to either one of them or her.
Agreed.
But,
I think it would be a lot of work for Fran to have to. I don't know about the pie thing, though. I'm thinking about this now. It'd be a lot of work for that little old wobbly troll to whack him up and boil him down and make him into a pie. Same with
but
the
she
dog.
wasn't like that back then in 2017. Remember that?
I understand, but she was still kind of an older lady, small, little. I mean, it would be a lot of work to do that. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to pretty much butcher a human being to do that, not a, just a little chicken or a side of beef or something. I think that would have been too much work and too dangerous for people to not see what's going on. And there's a good possibility that Owen I don't know if Owen had a vehicle that he could drive. He could have driven right out into that.
Yes, he does have it. Oh, I don't know about Owen. He must have had a vehicle because he got there.
Yeah, so he could have driven right out that highway
and
fed him to anything out there, okay? Or dumped him somewhere out there that they may not have. That's a long, desolate area out that way.
Oh, yes, very remote.
Well,
very remote. And like I said, nobody's going to stop. Even, I'll tell you how good that highway is, honest to God. That somebody could be killing somebody on the side of the road.
Nobody'd stop.
Nobody would stop for a start. And two, I can guarantee you they wouldn't report it, nor would they remember what the car looked like, even though they saw it. They would not hand their name in, nothing. Like I said, that highway is very much like
probably
the
for
highway
fear
of tears.
For fear of consequences, exactly, or that somebody's going to come back on them or whatever.
Yeah,
I can see that. I absolutely do. And at the same time, go ahead.
And sadly, most of the people that are killed there are Aboriginal or Aboriginal.
Oh, yeah. I saw the one Aborigine gentleman that had, I mean, his ears kind of caught me off guard. Those were some big ears, but you can see they don't out there. It ain't like it is here, you guys. I promise you that things are different. They do have law enforcement, and law enforcement does their best, but there's probably so much stuff that goes on out that highway that nobody even gives two shits about, pays no attention to, including law enforcement, because it's too dangerous to even try to investigate out that way. You know what I mean? So,
well,
I would give
sorry, the name of that town, Larrimah. The meaning of that means meet people. Or meeting place, sorry. Meeting place. It is in Aboriginal language.
Yes. Yep. Okay, I thought so. I know a little bit about Australia. Not a lot, but yeah, it's a lot like Dylan Round's cat in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It can be that way, Brandy, or like I said, if you saw the beginning of this when they were out that highway, that's the outback, hon. Anything can happen in the outback. If you ever watched Steve Irwin, he'll tell you right himself, God rest his soul. It all happens in the outback. I'm telling you, there's animals out there, and they just do what they want to do. They own that land. We don't, or the people don't own it. They do. End of story. So,
who did you say? Have you ever watched? Did you say Steve Irwin?
Steve Irwin, yes. Crikey.
Steve, yeah.
I love Steve Irwin. I did.
He was a character.
Yes, he was, and he was very good for the
It kind of shocked me that he died
in that situation because he knew what he was doing. I know. It was weird.
But what broke my heart was the way, because here's a bit of info for you. The zoo that he ran here in Queensland,
Yeah.
his father gave him that land.
Okay.
And as you know, he married an American woman. Now, when he died, his father was living on that property, on the land, helping him with the zoo and everything, right? And sadly, after he passed, his wife had an argument with his father over the funeral. It wasn't even a funeral, about where Steve was being buried on the property there.
Okay.
And she threw him out of there and
Really?
stopped the kids from having anything to do with him. Yeah, she treated him like dirt and still to this day does not speak to him.
Wow.
And he got very sick. That really broke my heart. Even the way she got her daughter to perform at the zoo for the memorial for him was not a natural thing for a child to do.
No, I agree. She was a little. I heard rumors about how she was, and I didn't know for sure. But it is sad. Steve was an icon. He was a very important part of a lot of my children. Well, not just my children, but a lot of our children's lives. He was good. The kids loved him and his shows. I liked his stuff too. So he was an icon in my opinion, and that's not any way to treat anything that has anything to do with him, in my opinion. So
thank you, Yvonne, for being here, love. I appreciate it. I love you, sweetheart.
That was her name, Terry. Thank you, Kat. There was just something different about her compared to Steve.
Terry. Yeah, she's very hard and very cold, Terry. I'm sorry to say. And I'm not trying to down the woman. Please don't think that. But she is very hard and very cold.
She was cold. It was visible.
Yes. But his
father,
like, I saw his father just before, like during the argument had already started. And they were interviewing the family. And the father, I was watching it, and the father, I was in tears for a good probably 2 hours after watching that. It just broke my heart. Like I said, he wasn't a well man, but he idolized his son, of course.
Of course.
And then for her to treat him like that and take the grandchildren away from him too.
That's sad. And because that's all that he would have had left of his son was his grandchildren.
Yep.
And that's just horrible. See, like I said, I had heard things like that about Terry, but it wasn't like I had heard it through a source and then that was it. And that was a long time ago, and I've never heard anything else from it. But that kind of guarantees it right there, sadly. And it is sad. Steve was amazing. He was amazing to people all over the world, guys. It wasn't just in Australia or in the United States. I mean, he was visible everywhere. Everybody loved him. He was an icon. End of story. Like, period. Just like Mr. Rogers.
And just to let you know that's the way he was on camera is the way he was off camera.
Yeah, I can imagine. He was a real person.
Yeah, that whole crikey and the over the
hyperactive overzealousness, yes.
Yeah, and the enthusiasm and that. He was the same off camera. Without an audience. That's just how he was. He didn't alter.
That's not something easy to fake. That's just a person's personality.
No. Yeah. And we used to joke, like, when he had his first child, he was in there you know, and she's pushing away, and there he is going, "Oh, crikey, it's a girl."
Yep. Oh yeah, I could just he would get so excited about everything and anything, and it would
Yes.
make you that way too, you know?
Yep.
And he would
Yep.
get all the passion, Jen, was beyond a level that's explainable. I could just remember he'd get down deep in it, like with a spider. Look at that spider. Look at him crawl across the floor. I mean, it was hilarious, but he was passionate as hell about whatever it was.
Yeah.
It could have been a speck of dirt. And he'd pick it up and look at this speck of dirt right here. And he'd go in about it and it made you excited about it. You know what I mean? I loved him.
Yep, he certainly taught the world on how to respect wildlife.
Yes,
and nature.
wildlife and nature, all of it. I mean, it gave it a whole outlook on it that was different. Like, because when I was a kid, I would watch oh God, what was that show called? Something Wild Kingdom. I mean, it was the big show back in the day. And that was what we had. That was all we had in that essence, like that. Okay. And then Steve came along, and it was just like, who is this guy? Like, where the hell does this energy come from? You know, even as kids. And he was just all over. I don't care what it was. He had his full attention, and every ounce of energy in his body would come out on that thing, and he would give that to you without doubt. And that's why I liked him so much. So
yeah.
Anyway,
And I was just going to answer somebody. Oh, there goes. Here we go again. We're going to play pop-up. Sorry. Who asked me if I knew him? Oh, Kat. Did I know him? I met him a few times, loved down the street in Queensland when I used to live up there. And that's why I can say he was like that in real, without cameras and audiences, and he was a very genuine guy.
Yep. And I can't.
And he wasn't full of himself either. I mean, a lot of people think because of the way he was on camera that he was very full of himself. No. Terry is for the kids.
Yeah.
And Steve was totally opposite. He wasn't full of himself. He was very down to earth. He didn't think he was better than anybody else. And as for his daughter doing a lot of shows, he actually stopped a lot of that. And if you notice, after he passed, that Terry threw her into a lot of shows.
What was her name again? The daughter.
I'm trying to think of it. I can't at the moment.
Like Benji or something like that, I think it was.
Yeah.
Something like that. But anyway.
Yeah, you nearly said it too.
Benji or Bill.
Yeah, you're so close.
Bindi.
Bindi.
Yep, it was Bindi.
And Bindi stands for a prickle here.
Stands for what?
A prickle.
Oh, okay.
As in, if you're walking on the grass, you have prickles in the grass, and they stick in your foot. That's called a bindi here.
Yeah, thank you guys for the name. Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. It was, there was Mutual of Omaha, but there was a name that went with the Wild Kingdom. It was some guy's name. I can't think of his damn name. I hate when this happens because this shit drives me insane. It was a weird name. Damn it. I'm going to have to figure it out. But yeah, I miss Steve. He was a good guy.
Yeah, it's funny because it was Peter Brock.
Wild Kingdom.
There was Peter Brock that passed, and then Steve Irwin. And Peter Brock is a well-known Australian Holden car racer.
Yes. Marlon Perkins, Wild Kingdom. That's who it was.
Who?
Marlon Perkins, Wild Kingdom. That's the
Never
name of
heard
the
of it.
guy. Oh yeah, I was here in the States big time.
Oh, never heard of that.
Mutual. It was called. The TV show was called. He was the host, Marlon Perkins, and it was called the Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom from 1963 to 1985. And this guy went everywhere and did everything. He died at 81 years old, and he was still doing this damn show up until he died. Marlon Perkins. That is correct. Great show, though.
So
He was
yes, I think
authentic.
I think this is another case that we'll have to put out every now and then too, to keep it out there.
Yeah, we
And
can't let
hopefully it
anybody
will,
go.
no, the same as Sandrine's case.
Yeah, we're gonna go back.
Go over it.
I want
to.
Yeah, I want you to come on my channel, and we'll bring Sandrine's case up, and we'll do it off my channel now, because
yep,
that case is really interesting to me too, and we're gonna do a whole thing on that one on my side of things, and just carry it from there. So
yep, I think that would be a really brilliant idea.
Absolutely, he was very old, Pacific. Like I said, he was old when I started.
The more we can get them, the more we can get their names out there, and the more people that see it. The way I see it is, somebody just might eventually talk, or somebody might feel pressured enough to talk,
Or somebody might feel comfortable enough to talk when there's nobody around. Eventually, so yeah.
Yeah. And as I said, the reason why I wanted to start a channel and do crime cases is that, you know, people don't like cold cases or old cases. They have as much right to be heard as new cases. On top of that, to put them on the channel is in hope that maybe somebody saw something, and at the time they couldn't say anything, or they didn't think much of it.
Right.
And then they see it on one of the channels, and it jars their memory and go, wait.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing that. And it might be just that missing piece.
And that happens more times
help.
than it. You're right. That happens a lot. Have a great night, Daisy. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you very much, love, for being here.
I don't know
you,
how
sweetheart.
much. I don't know if you guys will see me much tomorrow. It's Sunday. I don't usually do too much, but if something happens, of course you'll see me. But besides that, you guys will probably see me back Monday morning again, and the next time Miss Lisa goes live, of course. So thank you so much again for joining us tonight, everybody. We appreciate you and we love you.
We do. I thank you all so much for being here. And of course, I thank my co-host for being here. Oh, that's weird saying it the other way now.
It is. It's weird hearing it. Every time.
And I hope you like us as a team. I think we make a pretty good team, actually.
I agree. I do. I definitely do.
Yep.
I enjoy it. I like it. Okay, Miss Heather, thank you for everything tonight, hon. We appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your night, hon. It is getting late over here, at least.
Yeah, I was just going to say we're going to shut this down anyway.
It looks like it's bright and sunny where you're at the window there.
It is. That's why they've gone to the beach. It's like 25 degrees here. It's not hot, nowhere near hot enough for me. But
what time is it?
My daughter sees sun, and it is only 2:30 here, love, in the afternoon.
So you've been up for what, 48 hours now?
No, I had 2 hours sleep.
Okay, yeah, 2 whole hours again. Wow. I don't know how you do it.
Don't be like that.
Yeah,
I've been like this for many, many years, dear. Many years.
Good night
Thank you,
to you.
CC. Well, anyway, people,
Have
we
a great
will love
night.
you and leave you. and I'd like to thank you all for coming over and joining us. And thank you for joining us on Joe's channel this morning.
Yes, thank you so much for, as always, guys.
Thoroughly enjoyed both streams.
Lisa, when you
Yes,
end
go on.
this, okay,
Yep.
end the broadcast, but don't drop anything or drop anybody. Just end the broadcast and let it drop, okay? And I'll show you something about after it's over with. Don't dump me or anything. I'm not gonna jump off. But when you're done, once you're ready to end it, just hit end broadcast and let it end. You'll have to do it twice, and then me and you can sit here for a minute because I want to show you something, okay?
Okay. Yep. Okay. You are more than welcome, CC. I trust everybody here.
Yeah, you
like
guys
I
are.
said, thank you all for coming and being here and supporting me and Joe.
Thank you,
And
guys. Thank you so much.
letting us know how you feel, and I'll find some more cases for you all.
Absolutely.
I'm sure I actually do have another weird case.
They're all weird. Nowadays, they're all weird. Thank you, Life, Love, and True Crime. We love you as well. Very much so. All you guys. Kat, Sherry, Jen, Heather, CC, Life, Love, True Crime, Miss Daisy Dead, Pacific Breezy. Like I said, all you guys, thank you so much for the support you give to both of us. And for what you do for both channels. It really means a lot. It does.
It does.
And I appreciate the way you're supporting Miss Lisa with her having a brand new channel and bringing her, helping to raise her up. I love it. I love you guys for that too. Thank you so much.
And we love each and every one of you. So I am going to bid you all a good night. And once again, thank you for being here. Thanks once again, Joe, for giving me a hand with this one.
Absolutely. And guys, don't forget, as I always say, don't forget to love yourselves and love each other and whatever else Miss Lisa has to say.
Yep. Hug your loved ones a little tighter and a little longer. And on top of that, please believe in yourselves and be kind to others, even if they're being unkind.
That's right.
Take care, everyone.
Love
And
you
we
guys.
shall catch you soon. Bye, everyone.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.